Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome to Legends of Dragaea. It's an idle dungeon crawler, and yes, it is one that I actually enjoy. That was from the demo, by the way. I have a level 117 from the demo, and there was and technically this would have been the prelude or something like that? Playtest? Something like that. But yeah, I had that just like running and it just got me up to level 117. We're going to start a new game for this. We're going to go on default difficulty, and this is just the default. There's obviously easier and harder settings. We can have experience rates all the way up through the roof if we wanted to level up quickly. We can have it super at the bottom if we wanted to go low, but normal difficulty is how I'm assuming it's intended to be played. And they are working on a prestige to come after release, but the actual release is going to be, we're going to just go with that. But this is Legends of Dragaea. We'll set up teams of 3 to dive in, and we'll create the main character who can choose race and customize their face colors to your liking, yada yada yada. And it's all kinds of interesting stuff. You can actually be pretty much any class you want, despite what it says about your various like starting stats, because you can get bonus stats and stuff like that, and things are kind of aided in certain directions. For example, if we start with I'm trying to remember what race that one is, the cat folk, you get a boost to certain things and a decrease to other ones. Obviously, different ones are going to have different kind of advantages and disadvantages and different strengths and weaknesses. If you go with the human, they are basic all the way across the thing. You can learn whatever you want, and they also start with some fairly decent skills here. Hype Up is a restoration thing that is kind of handy to have early on. So anyway, we'll look at what the other ones have. You have Heightened Awareness, reduces the chance of an ambush. You have dodging abilities and stuff like that. Well, dodging traps, technically. And Kitty Claws is another attack. You can take some of these off and put some of these on. I think you can take off Hype Up, but you can't take off the passive perks. So 10% more accurate if you're human, and 25% chance for a dungeon event to drop an additional item as a human, which is kind of handy. This one is the one that I did during the initial demo coverage. I've done the demo and the playtest. But Foxfire is an interesting little attack skill. It boosts, if I remember correctly, your red magic skills, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's red magic. And then you have personal space and magical aptitude. So chance to double cast a magical ability, pretty strong. Dirty Stab, this is your kind of, Imkin is basically your tiefling equivalent. They have a good chance of avoiding negative status effects. They have the ability to chance to crit after dodging, and they also have Dirty Stab, which is kind of nice. We might actually recruit a character specifically for that. After that, you'll notice that stat-wise, maximum life, maximum barrier 1. This is 3-1, 3-1, and then you have this one is 2-2, 2-2, and then you have your more physical classes being things like, I believe this one, is a sheep, which although it doesn't look like a sheep to me, but it's got your heavy hitting attacks, and then you have the tortoise, which is going to be more defensive oriented physical character. That is all of them. We are going to go with, let's randomize the colors. Actually, you know what? We could actually go with the channel colors now I think about it. So that would be, for this channel, it'd be purple. But I think we're going to go with grays. And I think the hair being purple might be appropriate. And then we'll just go with like whatever for the skin. Actually, we could go like super pale white. That's kind of the color scheme, because we have white, purple, and black. So that is going to be what we have on there. We're going with the human on this one, mainly because I want Hype Up. It is very tempting to take some of these other ones. The Kitkin and the Imkin are actually really nice to have because they're really good magic casters, and magic gets decent AoE. And the Shellkin is probably one I prefer over the Woolkin for the melee classes. So we'll see what we get as far as our opening tavern. That's going to determine our initial units. I'm going to go ahead and just re-roll names. Actually, no, we're going to come in here for a name here. Actually, what did we name it in? I think that was what we named it in the Idle Boss Rush. So we'll go ahead and go with Let's Play here. Yes, it's spelled weird, and we can choose a different face if we want. How much of a jerk do we want to be? We can also choose a custom face. Which might not be a bad idea. Do we want to be the jelly? Nah, I think we'll be the weird, creepy wizard. Or that. You can actually upload your own, by the way. Just go in there and finish that. I did not upload one for this. I might if we do like an entire like streamed playthrough where you guys get to choose your own characters to add to the party. But that is only if there's a decent amount of interest in this, and I'll probably do it as like bonus streams. But we are now Let's Play the Waken, the human. And the color choice means absolutely nothing. Okay, that's fine. Yes. And now we actually even get to choose our emblem. Do we want to be Guild of Light? Nah. We'll just be the Chosen Ones. Why not? Why not be that weird guy that thinks they are chosen? So we'll choose that banner. We'll keep the skull. Unless there's a gear in here. I don't think there is. Doesn't look like it. I'm just kind of skimming through. We could actually go with that instead of the skull, but no, it looks like we'll just be the bad guys. Oh yeah, the initial one doesn't have a color. So we'll go like that. Rah, we are evil. Rah, 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 we're the chosen ones. It doesn't really matter. We can actually choose one of these. No. No. Is that really what we want? I don't see where the skull is further down. That's why I wasn't seeing it before. Intriguing. Yeah, we'll just go with the skull. Because I don't see a gear in here. Unless I am just overlooking it. I'm just skimming, so I very likely have just overlooked a gear. Which is the channel icon, but yeah, we'll just finish it. We'll go with that. We'll be the evil-looking chosen ones. Why not? And now we have our tutorial. Yeah, we're going to go ahead, and we're not going to skip all the tutorials, just because there might be something here that wasn't in the prelude or the demo. So now we want to go ahead and build our storage. Yummy. And you notice that over here, it's actually costing additional resources versus the last time we covered this. Before it was just gold. They've changed it. So now we have achievements. We get a little bit of money off of that. I don't think we have too many unlocks there. We also have some quests. I am going to take all of them. Oh, as you tear the quest from the board, you hear a youthful voice behind you. Hey, mister! You turn around but cannot find the source of the voice. Down here! I'm right in front of you! Your gaze falls to an impudent child by your feet, dressed in noble clothing with fine embroidered stitching and a distractingly shiny gold ring. You know how to use magic, don't you? Pops forbade me from learning, but he didn't say nothing about hiring a tutor. Teach me one of them fire spells. I'll never earn respect if I can't even do one of them. You fold the quest slip in half and pocket it. The impish boy grins before trotting to his nearby seat with an expectant gaze for his first lessons. And yeah, we have to get a certain amount of red magic. And then we also have another one. This one's someone stuck in a tree, and we have to, I think, get spear for it. Yeah, you have to have lance, so we get to be a dragoon. And also, we have access to other quests further up as we get further into the game. This is, I think the highest we can accept is... I don't know why it doesn't list the other ones. Because it goes all the way up to like S. But either way, I think we actually have to upgrade this to get access to it. We also have the tavern there. And of course, we also have the market that we cannot build anything in without getting some iron first. So we're not going to be getting that today. Well, we probably will get it today now that I think about it. Now, as far as our opening party, we have a human here. We have a turtle, we have a cat, and we have an imp. I'm going to go with the imp, although... No, they have tool mastery. I wouldn't mind daggers on somebody. But none of these have good daggers. This is short swords. And dark magic. But we definitely want the other human. Yeah, we'll hire you. And yeah, your dirty stab. That would actually get us up in daggers. I guess they do actually have dagger. The reason I want dagger is because we can actually steal stuff with it. Obviously, this is not the most balanced team. But it'll function. And they actually start out with various stats as well. So you 3 are our first party. And I think we don't have any equipment to mess with on them. I mean, I could unequip stuff from them, but we need to actually just get stuff unlocked first, because we need to get this leveled up. We need some bronzium ore, which is just going to require going into the dungeons. And yeah, close that. And we're going to go for, we'll do a partial run probably, because we just need to get some bronzium ore, and we need to get these unlocked up here to increase our speed through it. I'm still not positive how I feel about these being locked behind leveling it up. It's an artificial slowdown. If you wanted to go fast, I wouldn't see a problem with you going fast. Simply because you'd then be able to... We got ambushed! Oh no! But... yeah, if you wanted to go fast, that's your own risk. You're risking dying easier. And of course, we could also do loot filters. We're not going to do that at first, because I just want more gear. But we will eventually get it to where we're just only taking the legendaries and stuff like that. And I think I do that faster than they intend. But you may notice whenever we get down to the next floor, we're probably going to start getting one shot by stuff, which is going to hurt like a freaking truck. We don't want to risk it. Okay, that's a little bit faster. You can see these are charging up for us to use them. They're a little bit slow, but they boost our white magic ability, which will be very important in the very near future. Because in the very near future, I'm going to be going with a lot of healing. You may notice we're actually getting XP for it just because we have them equipped. That is one thing I think they changed from the demo to this version, and from the demo to the playtest, is they made it so that if you have it equipped, you get XP towards it regardless. And yeah, we have the big heal here. If we level up, we'll top ourselves off as well. Of course, we only get one into each time they do that, but it's fine. This does boost our white magic skill experience, so that's always welcome. We got some more basic stuff. The leaf. We still haven't got much bronzium, which is making me nervous. And we will probably dip out whenever we reach floor 2, because that's when we're going to start hitting the imps. Now, as far as what skills I'm going to be grabbing on these folks, I do not know yet. I know I'm going to be going for basically a healing tank on my main character, but the other human, I might go a bit more green. Well, actually, no, main character would be green. They might be a little bit more offensive magic, and then the tiefling is going to be stealing and possibly status effects and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm going to go for a heavy damage character. If it is, it's going to be one of our humans, because there's going to be a white mage and all that kind of stuff. There are some tricks you can do to get stronger with exploiting things like haste and stuff like that, but they've actually patched most of the ones that I used in the demo out. So now you have to do it through more RNG kind of methods. Was kind of hoping we'd get level 2 before we hit the next floor. Level 2 down here, not up here. Yeah, the first couple runs in a dungeon, you kind of want to just take it easy and try not to push your characters too far, because if we die, we lose half of our loot. And it's usually the good stuff that gets gone away. I was kind of hoping we'd see at least some bronzium, though, because getting that first building upgraded is super high priority for me. And obviously you have to unlock a certain amount of stuff to be able to get to the next floor. I think we are probably going to have maybe... oh, we had just a leaf encounter there. That's fine. After that one, we just leave. Get out of here. Town. Yeah, we didn't get any bronzium. That kind of sucks. But we can actually update our equipment. Now, as far as what equipment I want to be using on the humans, I think... I'm probably going to actually go heavy armor on Let's Play and have them be our tank. That means that Christine is going to be our light armor specialist. That means you go ahead and equip that. It does lower our life, by the way, because if I remember correctly... No, it reduces our defense. Okay, so it's not hitting anything like that. We can see the range on that. That's a new one as well. So that stat rolls, and then it's within that range is the amount that it gives us. So we can see that's kind of a middling roll on it, which is, whatever. As far as weapons go, they can sit on the sword for now. I'm not going to really need too much about it, but I do want Christian, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, to be on light armor. And yes, light hood is technically medium armor. Go figure. You are... That means I might not want them on that. You know what? I'll stick on medium for you a while now. We might end up going to heavies on them as well, but light armor and a light armor, since that is actually the same stats on that one. Since you're already on light armor, might as well stick to it. Interesting thing about light armor is it actually reduces your agility, whereas medium armor does not. So we do want to have somebody on medium armor, so it might just be heavy, medium, light. And then we're going to sell pretty much all of this, I think. Because I don't think we could actually go for daggers on you as well and have you stealing to help. You know what? I'm going to do it. Equip. Go back to town, inventory, and we sell filtered equipment. Yes. So we got rid of some of that. We got some money. We got some more achievements. We also got some quests done, which is a good thing. We can click up here. I think it's that one. And accepted quests, and we killed some hedgehogs. And we can actually repeat that one if I remember correctly. Yeah, we can just kill more hedgehogs, get more of various things. It does not give us... We come in here. It doesn't give us EP. Only the first... RP. The first time you do it is the only time you get experience towards your next guild rank. But there's our quest done. We now have a decent amount of money. Still the same people in there. I'm kind of surprised that hasn't changed. But yeah, we can't equip our skills until we get that leveled up. So let's go for... We have 2 upgrade points. I think we want... I think we're going to just go XP gain on ourselves. Enter the dungeon. We only have a 50% chance of success, so we're not going to be able to push the end of it. Which kind of makes it a little bit rough for us, but I think we'll be fine. There is a boss at the end of the dungeon. I want to get it up to at least like 80% before we do it. I would like to have the ability to get skills. Oh, we got nothing from that? Thank you, game. I appreciate that. But yeah, as soon as we get to level 5, I'll bump it up to speed 2, and then we'll bump it up to speed 4. And there is an achievement for getting it to speed 8. Will we be doing this dungeon the entire day? Probably not. If we end up getting too long here, I'll end up just letting it run, and then recording the second bit, then letting it run some more, recording the next bit, that kind of stuff. I can get some writing done while we're doing that. We have advantage here. Got the achievement Nope. I'm not sure what that is. We'll find out when we get back to town. Now, obviously, I've not set the loot filter. I could, but I want to be on the lookout for heavy gear. Like that. Because I do want it to be on Let's Play. Let's Play is going to end up being pretty much a paladin. If you want kind of a rough archetype that I'm going for on them. And I forget what the number of skills, like the limit on it is. It's not super high. But you don't want it to be super high in a game like this. That way you're kind of forced to play around with a variety of units. And yes, I am trying to get dagger skill up on Let's Play as well. Murmur's going to eventually just automatically get it. They have 2 dagger skills right now. Both of them are, yes, this boosts your dagger skill and this boosts your dagger skill. But this, I need to get up a certain level so we can steal. I'm still not sure which weapon I want on Christian. Or Christiane. That name is going to throw me off because it does not make sense to me. But as far as the skills I want to go for, I'm mostly going to be going magic with like some weapon support. So what weapon we choose right now, not going to make a huge difference. It's just going to be one of those things. Now, we are getting closer to level 5, which will let us speed our way through these a little bit more. Ooh, yay! Oh. Well, that was a roller coaster. Yay, we got some bronzium. No, we got no bronzium from the bronzium node. Hopefully, we'll eventually get there. We'll also be able to get, like, not necessarily passive items, but support items. We'll be able to get various lock-picking things for opening locked chests, disarming traps. Obviously, if we run across a trap, it's going to hurt like a royal hell. Murmur's sitting there with some pretty good magic defense, which I'm kind of happy about. Our physical life totals are absolute butt cheek, though. So we need to be we still need to be watching our stats. We can't just let it go completely idle yet. Obviously, on harder difficulties, you're going to need to be more aware of that at first, but eventually you will hit the same point of just being, I'm going to wreck all your stuff. Now, do we dip down to the next level? I don't think so yet. We did actually get a better sword, though. So it might be worth leaving for that and the heavy armor. Because Iron Sword is an upgrade. We also got Light Hide for upgrades as well. We got a book, which is going to be a defensive item for the casters. Because right now we have light shields, if I remember correctly, on everybody. There's lanterns, books, light shield, heavy shield. There might even be a medium shield, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I got to play this. Aw, they decided to move on. You butts. Ya butts. We'll try one fight on the next floor. We're probably going to regret it. Because we start getting tougher enemies down here. This is one of the shorter dungeons. Oh, it's 2 goblins. Lovely. They might actually kill us. Although, I think Murmur might be able to just tank them. But you can see, they're almost dead. After one hit. We got that, and we leave. Let's go to town. We did not get any levels up yet, which sucks. Let's go to equipment first. But yeah, this has a magic speed bonus on it, which is pretty handy. So we'll probably put it on you. Of course, you can't even use this yet, despite starting with a sword. Because currently they're at level 5 swords. This requires level 6. We'll keep them on it for a bit. That's a 10-10 block. This is a 6-20 block. A little worse, but not that much. Yeah, we'll equip you. That gets rid of the light shield. You're going to equip heavy armor. Even though that reduces your agility, you're the tank. So we need you to have more life. And this increases your life to be more life. Especially since we can't build anything else out of this. We also don't have rings and accessories yet. So I think the rest of these... Do we lock you in? We'll lock you, and then we'll sell. Mainly because we can. We'll be able to buy most of this stuff pretty easily. Not a huge issue. Reveal a hidden dungeon event. Sweet. And defeat a monster before they can act. Yay! That's more money. We're getting there with money. We just don't have the supplies to actually do anything else. Because we're still needing bronzium and all that stuff. Which, if I remember, bronzium, yeah, we need the castle for the iron. We need the caves for the bronze. So we got up to level 4 there. Let's go ahead and just keep getting our XP up. Still only a 55% chance of success, unfortunately. And I don't think we have any bronzium yet. We've just not had the luck there. Oh, and we're one-shotting stuff now. Nice. You can see how much XP we're getting down there at the bottom. You can also see how close we are to the next level. We're close. For some reason, Christian is not getting it as quickly. And yes, I am still keeping it on common drops, so just so I can get up to heavy armor faster. So I think it's going to be tank, agility mage, and then light armor mage. So tank, healer mage, damage mage, and then energy shield mage. Squishy when approached with normal attacks. And for some reason, you are significantly slower. Although you should... No, that should be faster. I don't know why you are so behind on XP compared to Let's Play. Maybe it's just... We might get XP per attack, and they're just getting their attack first, because this is 2.2 seconds, that's 3.3. This is just faster. So they're getting their attack off sooner and probably getting the XP from the attacks. Did we not get XP from that on our total level up? We're almost level 5. We can actually start going faster. I do actually love it whenever we get to ×8. Then I don't really have to like worry about it being just a complete and utter drag through the area. Oh, we got a spear. That is what we should put on you, a spear. Now that we have one, that's a good thing. We'll see how it works in the long run, but I'm content with it for now. I would love to get spear level up on them. That way they can achieve that other quest. We can always make a second party, and eventually you'll be able to run them in. Oh, yay. Just automatically goes up to 2 times speed. Sweet. We're already getting strength buffs and everything. We might actually even be able to handle, oh my goodness, an imp. Because the hedgehogs are going down fast now. We'll be able to upgrade to probably Iron Sword after this, because, yeah, they're already at level 6. Thing is, I'm going with Spear, so we're not going to be able to really take advantage of that, but hey. It's okay. Obviously, we haven't gotten too many item drops as far as support items. Did we actually get... Nope, those are medium. The only thing that's semi-important that we've gotten is a lance, so if we die, it's whatever. Yoink. Well, we got an axe. I could make a lance character and send them into these separately. And the cave level is persistent between characters. So as we start leveling up more and more, we'll end up in a situation where we'll be hiring higher level allies as well. So they can be just set to run these while we're fighting everything else off. Obviously, we need to get to a certain level for the... I'm trying to remember what level it is we need to actually get them to be able to run these without us paying attention to them. Now, do I think we're going to be able to beat the boss? No. We'll go until we're level 6 here. Basically getting 2 dungeon levels each time. Seems like not a bad idea. Because we'll eventually get up to 10 pretty quickly. Come on, get me that next level. We don't have to worry too much about the imps. I don't want to face the boss of this place, though. The boss will wreck our crap. I need the bronzium is what I need. Oh, there's one of the lanterns that I wanted. That's probably going to go on to them. Because if we come in here and look at it, it is a magical lantern. It gives you magical defense, and it gives you a magic speed bonus as well. I'm not sure which one of these I prefer. This is less magical speed bonus, but higher magical defense. This one's just speed bonus and a block chance. So it's a tough one. And also, these are upgrades. They're tier 2s. But we'll go through the rest of floor 2. And obviously, you can see we are making progress. It is incremental, you could say. Oh no, they ambushed us. And busted my shields. You dicks. Oh, that hill came through at just the right time, too. Okay, so we got a little bit more money. You're about to do a level 2 heal, and now we just leave. So we got down to level 2 that time. Or up to a level 6 on that thing. We have quests and achievements done, so accepted quests. Got the goblin kill one. We can repeat quests and get more money off of them. We now have at least resources to... Well, We have the gold, at least. Higher adventurers, we now have... Oh, they're all still level 1. That kind of sucks. But we're not going to worry about it. Equipment-wise... You're still not level 6 with medium armor? You butt. You're just shy of it. Okay, so you need heavy helm. And do we have... Yeah, that's heavy armor on feet. You are fully heavy now. So that means that you currently have 16 life, which means you're going to be tanky boy with a dagger. I wouldn't mind a heavy shield for you either. But either way, it's fine. Oh, these give us a magic speed bonus down, which isn't that big of an issue. Because that's 6, 7, 8. So we could actually go with a magic shield. Which this one's magic speed. We're going to go with the light tome. Speed you up. You're going to be staying on that. I think we'll give you the lantern. You are just like our mage character. You have medium 6 already? You are a weirdo. But we're going to equip the better silk stuff as well. Now, as far as the spear goes... It's just so slow. The spear is just so dang slow. I don't really want to use it on you. But we need it leveling up on a character. Because we need the quest from it so we can actually get levels up on that. It needs level 10. What skills do we have on it? Spears. Lances are 3. Nah, we're just going to go with the better sword. You're going to be a... Oh, katanas are nice as well. They're counters, but we're not going martial on this group. We're going to probably do martial on our second group. Because, yes, we will be able to get more slots. So, higher adventurers. But, yeah, we'll be able to get, like, 2 teams going and be able to swap between them. Still mildly irritated that we have not gotten... I am going to go ahead and sell everything except for you. Because these just aren't going to really do it for us. We could go all daggers. Yay. But sell all those. World map, back in. Our chances are going up as we level up. I'm going to hop over to the loot filter. We're going to turn off common equipment, where it's just going to auto-sell it. That way we can pay a little bit less attention and just let it run. I don't think we beat the boss on this round. I think we beat the boss probably one more trip in. And I forgot to dump my levels into XP up. Alzorath is a dumbass. Yeah, we need bronzium and iron. Hey, we got 2 that time. Sweet. Yay, we finally started to get those. We need 10, I believe, for what we want to get. Which is a second team and a few other things. And I forget what level we have to get up to here to actually unlock the boss fight for this area or the next zone. But it is just one of those where you have to proceed to a certain point and then you get access to the next one. There's leaves. That's upgrade material for our items. Is a good thing. I do have a feeling Let's Play is going to level up way faster than everybody else. And we definitely want to keep that white magic upgrade coming through. Because otherwise, life is going to suck just a little bit. Because, unfortunately, healing, in my opinion, is very important for this. It lets you kind of punch above your level. Just because you are going to have the ability to stay in a dungeon a bit longer with proper healing. Whereas if you're not healing, you're going to be running into the issue of, yeah, I'm strong, I can kill stuff fast, but as soon as I take some damage, I'm going to disappear. And we don't want that. There is passive recovery as well, I think, on some of the gear. If I remember, in the demo there was. I don't know if there still is. Let's put it that way. Getting close to level 3 as well. And that is medium armor. Okay. Do we want to face the boss again? No. No, we're going to go 2 levels, maybe 3. Maybe get up to level 8 over there on the right, and then we'll duck out one more time, and then I think we'll face the boss. Because we have a crap ton of iron on us. We have 8 iron. We need 2 more. I might push it a little bit on floor 3 just to get the next little bit of, well, gear towards the next level. And I do have a feeling we're going to be playing this a few times, because this is not something we're going to just get through in one setting. It does have an end. It does have a limited map. It does have prestige coming in eventually, but they're talking characters being like level 2000 and stuff like that. Highest I got in the demo was, I want to say 200 and something, and highest I got in the play test was 117, I think is what it was. It was 100 and something. It's been a minute, and my memory is not good on a good day. I can't remember. Well, I remember what I ate yesterday because it's the same thing I ate today, but that's because I meal prepped, sort of. I made a meal and it has to last a few days because I cooked too much for one person. It's kind of just the rule of thumb. I should make things that can freeze as well, but it's whatever. So we will wait until this is about like maybe 2/3 of the way through. Actually, no, we will leave because I forgot. We get those bugs here. The bugs. And yes, we will eventually get access to a boss fight there as well. Okay, so equipment. Excuse me. Okay, so that's medium armor. Tier 2 requires level 4 medium armor. So we'll go ahead and equip you. And you're just an upgrade for medium armor across the board, I believe. Yes. But yeah, medium armor is the rogue stuff. So I don't know if I should be going dagger on them instead. It's not that it's like super important, but I kind of want you to just be tanky. I don't care if your spells are slow. I just care that you are constantly healing. And you'll be getting haste and stuff anyway. You are going to be our lockpicker and stuff like that. I guess I don't really care if the swords are there, because I don't think damage is modified by dexterity. Because agility, I think agility is just your chance to dodge. And our agility is not that far off on each of these. So that's good there. Any new adventurers? All of them are level 1 still. For shame. Back to the caves. Let's actually spend our points this time. Enter dungeon. I think by level 3, we might be able to actually handle the enemies here. But I don't know if we can handle the bosses. We could get elite spawning. That would at least give us something to test it on. The problem is, elites are significantly stronger. I don't know if they're stronger than the boss, and we could also spawn an elite version of the boss. Because the boss is spawned like a normal enemy. But just at the very end and significantly stronger than the pack of 3 characters you have here. Now, once we get 2 or 3 teams that can clear this area, we can take them in on the worm boss and get that quest done. We can actually finish off all of the quests in this area. And life becomes a bit easier, especially once you get into the automation end of things. You can send them off for 24 hours, or I don't know what the maximum length is. I think it's 48. And they'll just go and harvest what they can. You generally want to be doing that with a unit that has over 100% chance of clearing that dungeon, though. So I think after we get done with these characters clearing this area, and once we get up to the point where we can have multiple teams going, I'll make a martial team to go with this. Well, that's an item. Let's go and see what that is. That is a bronze katana. Katana's level 1, so it's actually pretty strong. It's got a decent attack speed. I might actually put that on our medium character. I don't think it's more damage. I think we actually want to leave now and actually get our upgrade on this, or we can get some of our market stuff. That is a smithy. We actually want the laborers union before we start really doing too much there. So yeah, I think we'll upgrade the guild house, and we can now equip abilities. Finally, require level 10 to actually get a third ability, but we now have access to stuff. Fire, slow, holy bolt. We get healing at level 30 in the skill, but all the weapon skills require a minimum level in them. So to get the dagger skill, we need... Where is it? I'm looking. Those are the katanas. Those are the stave ones. The stave ones are actually pretty good as well. We might go that route. Yeah, to get steel, we need level 10. And that steals items for us, which can get us money, get us spare items, get us to fill our inventory, that kind of stuff. It's actually not that bad. So, question is, do we stick with that or do we come back for it? I think we come back for it. Because I think what we want to do is that. Reduces our offensive power, but levels up our healing faster. And then next up, we'll go in on green magic, because green magic gets us haste. So, haste is really important for spamming out of battle skills, which is something we want to be doing. You have the sword skills. You haven't leveled up to level 10 on swords, have you? No, you have not. So we're stuck with using slice for now, or we can switch over to actually using your red magic. And you are on stab and dirty stab, which means you're going to be getting daggers up fairly quickly. You're already at level 10. So we can go steel instead of stab. But yeah, steel does damage as well, if I remember correctly. So we don't have, not steel. Dirty stab does. So it does poison, weaken, dizzy, and damage. It's a little slow, but it's fine. We will be stealing crap from enemies now. Which means more money! So we're going to be doing a bit less damage. But we have this, and we have this doing damage. And we should be getting our holy magic leveled up faster now. Which gives us all kinds of survival abilities, all kinds of punch and stuff like that. So I think we're good-ish. Christiane is actually doing better on life than Let's Play, despite Let's Play being in heavy armor. Don't know why that one is. I might have to go double. Oh, wait. I think we might have equipped something on that gives % life bonus. Bonus! I can use words. They're just not always normal words. And it is a boon for us, so. We're almost at level 10, which is 4 times speed, which means we're going to actually start zipping a lot faster once we reach that hour mark on this. And yes, each of these is going to be long videos. I'm aiming for like 3 to 4 hours for each one. In case anyone's curious, so this is a good falling to sleep series. The entire Dragaea, I don't actually know how they want it pronounced, but the whole Dragaea series is going to be good to chill to. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I know that a lot of you voted for incremental games, and you're going to get incremental games. I do plan to cover indie games just in general, because they do need more coverage and more attention given to their stuff, and this is a good platform to do it. So yippee ki-yoozle. So far, so good. Now, I am slightly on the fence about continuing to do the members first thing, because I am noticing an issue with them on the YouTube end. I will keep doing them for the foreseeable future. Don't worry about that. But for some reason, it's borking up the notifications on videos. because I have a test account that I just use for doing research on videos to make for other channels, and I have it subscribed to this one so I can see how the notifications and stuff go out, and it is sending me notifications about the members only stuff, even though that channel is not a channel member. So it's kind of confuzzling. And it's doing it instead of that day's normal video. So I don't know if that is normal behavior, or if I'm just getting glitchy stuff because how it's attached to it or what. And we should... Yeah, that's a heal. We should be getting one of these two fairly soon. And yeah, the spotting one is just going to level up by walking around these places anyway. There we go. Topped off. I don't know how well we're going to do on floor 3 with this particular group, because we're not as offensive as we were. I might switch it back to being more offensive, because this does take a while to proc, and we're just not procking it very often, as you can see down here. So steel might go away, and we'll just get dagger again. Because, yeah, we're killing him before it gets a chance to go off. It's only going to be useful against the bosses. For now. And yes, you can steal quite a bit of stuff with it. At least in the prelude and the demo you could. I used it for gold farming. Because I am that nerd. So far, so good. I do find it interesting that we have basically a dual bar there. It's both the bar going horizontal as well as the gray out going away as we use abilities. Ow, please stop beating them up. Thank you. 76 gold from that. Now, what resource do we need? I think we might actually need iron for the next tier of home base. Forget what it's called. Guild Hall. There we go. That works. We'll try level 3. I don't think we'll just immediately die to anything here. But it might be a war of attrition if it goes on too long. There we go. Yeah, we need to flee and get slightly more offensive. We also have claim achievements. There we go. Fully complete an entry in the bestiary. We've already done that. Upgrade a building in town and defeat a monster in one hit. Sweet. So we have 9,000 gold now. But yeah. Oh, we need the pearl ones. That's 2 stages away. Jeebus. Yeah, I don't know what the higher level recs for it are because in the playtest it was locked off. Okay, so we need level 10 to get protect, which is next level up on white magic. So you're fine there. We could do drains, which would get us into the dark magic space, but that's going to be more probably you. Although you are definitely just being our rogue at the moment. Oh, let's see. Yeah, we're just going to go back to stab. Get you to do a decent bit of damage. You're going to keep hype up. You're going to keep Holy Bolt and hype up. Although, hype up is slower. How fast is drain? 8 seconds? Ugh. Slow is not bad. I would not mind getting down to haste faster. You know what? You're going to be entirely support right now. Why? Because you suck, good sir. Now we have a katana and a lantern of agility. So this is just better. It's not of agility. It's barrier regen, physical block chest, and red magic mastery. So it is just better in every single way. Now, as far as the katana, I wouldn't mind getting katana skills. They are actually fairly decent. But I do want more thievery for dealing with bosses. We might do those on the physical. No, because you'd still have to go daggers. It's 6 and 3.4. This is 2 and 2.2. You're getting dagger skills anyway, so we could do bronze katana on you. You know what? Yeah, we will. It'll be katana for now. Even though it's not what we eventually want you doing. But we can go back here to the guild house abilities and go over to you. Yeah, you'll be getting katana and dagger skills from Dirty Stab anyway. But if I remember correctly, we can do steel without a dagger, can't we? Yeah, we can. It just requires dagger skill. This requires dagger skill and a dagger sword or lance equipped. So we can't double stab with the katana. But the katana skills can work with a few things. Like the Dankuken can work with daggers. This can work with daggers, that can work with daggers, and this can work with daggers. So a lot of these will actually work with daggers. So we don't have to worry about these being completely useless if we switch it off of daggers. I mean, switch back to daggers. So that's fine. As far as the loot filter, we'll keep the uncommon and common and all that kind of stuff going. More upgrades to our XP. Enter dungeon again. We might actually stand a slightly better chance with this setup because we're not more aggressive. It's just same number of attack skills. We just have debuffs and healing. Kind of out the wazoo. There's our tier 4 speed. So you can see how this escalates kind of quickly once you get things rolling. And once you get a decent strength, you don't have to worry about jack squat. Murmur is currently being our tank, unfortunately. But I think we'll be okay in the long run. Because Murmur being the shield tank is just going to happen early on whenever we have life boosts on them. Otherwise, you would see the other characters being a little bit tankier because Murmur is going to have super low life, so once their shield's gone, they're just dead. So that katana is the only thing holding them up at the moment. Well, there goes all of Let's Play's shield. Ta-da! I love the procs of the AoE heals. We might try to go after the boss on this one. I'm not super attached to that. It is stronger, but we're using a life katana anyway. So if we lose that, it's not the end of the world. Do we actually stand a chance against the boss is a real big question, though. Although we just got some light armor. Lance Mastery, don't care about that. Lifesteal on the book is nice. Because any form of just consistent healing is kind of good. We're not getting a good gauge for our strength until we get to the next floor. And that was an upgraded lance. Requires lance level 6. It's whatever. And we'll see Murmur hitting level 4. Actually, I don't know which one, whether it's going to be Christian or Murmur that gets level 4 next. That said, Let's Play is pumping levels for some reason. They're getting the good XP. Well, there's Christian at level 4. Do we stand a chance here? I think it depends on what we encounter as far as enemies go. I mean, we're at full life right now. But the worm, I think, will still kill us. I'm going to try. We might... Oh, this is going to be the real test. Ugh. Yeah, if we can't handle those, I don't think we can handle the worm. We'll have another heal before the worm. We're back at max. I'm going to try it. I think it's going to be a close one. Especially with them taking out our shields like that. Yeah, the giant bees are the main thing that is terrifying me. I'm going to leave because we just got a medium shield. Or, sorry, a heavy shield. Let's go to the market. Actually, do we have enough to buy one of these? Not yet. Anyway, we don't have any upgrades for those either. Quests, do we have... Yeah, we have some repeatable ones we can turn in. You can see we can only see up to D+ there. So let's dart into here. You are working on that. You are currently level 5. That's going to help us out against the boss. You are just a support guy, my guy. I don't think we go for sword abilities yet. In fact, you might not be... You're level 11 swords. We should have sword abilities. Yeah, we have double slice. 7.9 seconds slower. I don't think we have level 10 white magic yet on you. No. We do have it on you. So we could go for the protect skill. I think slow is going to help us out more. So yeah, we'll just hold on that. You hold on that. Yeah, I think we just keep going with this. I will eventually bring you over to the red magic side. But we just need more attack slots. This is too fast to just be giving it up. Let's go for... We already have a 20% chance of a mimic. We just haven't encountered any. We'll just go get more XP and go for it. We're at 75% chance, so we should be able to beat this. Should. No guarantees. I'm waiting for us to hit that mimic, because the mimic is an achievement as well. I probably already have a handful of achievements in the game just by going through this. We just got some purple armor. Lifesteal, maximum life, maximum barrier. You know what? Since we're not very far in, let's go equip that. Get you some at least halfway passable gear. Oh yeah, let's go with... Maximum life is slightly higher on this as well. You've got that slightly better. Although, you're not going to be stealing life, but it's maximum life and maximum barrier as well. You will be stealing life. And this is barrier steal. We're not going to be using that just yet. You do get block up just by existing pretty much in this game. Unless you're using two-handed attack. I think... that also gives us katana mastery. Is this better? No. I think we go ahead and sell all the common. We'll keep the rest of that for now. Oh, we're starting to see level 3 adventurers. We could go tankers. Not going to just yet. Okay, so don't leave, Alzorath. We need to try and see if we can beat the boss. Especially now that Let's Play is finally tanky and able to drop slow on everything. So we're doing okay. And yes, we are getting white magic boosts just by using the heals outside of battle. That's one thing that I am focusing on, is trying to get as many out of battle things that we can be proccing to level up those skills. That way we can have really strong support skills to go with our moderate offense. I don't know if I necessarily want to go to be like super high offense. Christian is our weak point at the moment. Simply because they don't have the comparable stats to the other characters. They absorb like 2/3 the amount of damage. So if they get taken out, that's one of our 3 attacks gone and half of our healing gone, which kind of sucks for us. But we'll be fine. We haven't gotten anything absolutely necessary yet, have we? No, we got some light boots. Light boots are fine. But Let's Play is... I don't know why he's hogging all the XP. Not gonna complain about it. He's strong. I think there are some solo dungeon challenges that we can do later on whenever we get them up to redonkulous levels. And yes, between sessions that I show on here, I am going to just leave the game running to grind up stuff. But I want you guys to have general experience of the game so you can make a judgment as to whether it's worth getting for you guys. Because that's kind of the goal of these videos. The goal of these videos is... Oh, Jesus. Criminy. We need to flee after that one because we almost died. We'll just go straight back in. But to give you a good idea of whether you want to get the game or not, I'm not here to sell it to you. I'm not here to sugarcoat any of the stuff. I'm just here to give a one-to-one experience. And that's also why I keep these up as kind of like a, not necessarily note, but as background on the reviews I do on the other channel. That way, if you are even questioning whether the review is, whether the things I mentioned in the review are good for you or not, you can come here and check them out and be like, okay, so that's why they formed that opinion. Let's go ahead and check out how it actually looks in application. That's also one reason why I don't do heavily edited videos. I suppose I could. If I ever do heavily edited videos of games, that'd be a separate channel. Because I feel like that is more just straight entertainment as opposed to informational as well. That's one thing that I notice on a lot of the channels that are... Because as a creator, I'm going to go ahead and move this over here. Whenever you are looking at your analytics, you can see what other channels most of your viewers watch. It's like the top 15 some odd channels that people watch in addition to yours. And for most of them, those are heavily edited ones, which, cool, awesome, enjoy them. They're actually fun to watch. But I do think that some of them fall into the category of not necessarily reflecting the game accurately. Because I know for a fact, at least one of the people will cut out 12, 13, 14 hours worth of grinding that they have to be actively present for just to continue the game. And that, I feel, makes the incremental game less interesting. As a person who's wanting to play the game, you don't want to have to wait 12 hours just to get it done. Unless it's, I have reached a stopping point and I want to let it run while I sleep. That I can understand. But the person in question, I know they basically had to be at their computer doing it for those hours. Which is like, ugh, that's not fun after a while. That is cookie clicker without the automation. Generally, if you're going to expect that from players, let them automate it. Like this, I don't actually have to be here doing this whenever we get up to a certain strength, because at that certain strength, our units will be able to just run through it and not get completely wasted. We're going to die here. Yep, we're dead. Yeah, we don't have slow on him anymore. We do have some poison. Yep, and there's our heal gone, and then you die. Defeated. Half your loot is gone. We lost one. No! Monster-wise, we have completed you. That gives us boost to melee attack. We can actually see some other stuff. You were almost there, which gives us boost to dagger mastery, and then we have agility to all guild members with that one. So we did get some stuff in here, if I remember. No, we don't get an achievement for dying? Well, I'll be butt cheeks. Okay, market. Is there anything here we want to... we need 15 for that. We need 10 for that. World map. Also, I am noticing the wind is blowing through for some reason. So we do still struggle? We struggle with the boss. I suppose I could switch Let's Play over to possibly a healer. Like a dedicated healer with some protection stuff. There's the Mimic. Yay! But I don't think we necessarily want to do that right away. Think we could stand to get a level or two more. We're getting decent XP up over here too. I won't be surprised if Let's Play eventually gets to be a couple levels ahead of everybody once we get green magic up to the point where we're hasting and all that stuff. Oh, that's the bronzium we need. Although we're not going to get much from the shops, it doesn't hurt to unlock them. I don't know what items we lost on that one. That's one reason why I wasn't checking it, because we were going after the worm and I didn't want to stop. I was intentionally ignoring them. So do we stand a chance on the 3rd floor? And we need lockpicks. We're not going to be able to get those for a while. We need iron from the next place to be able to get lockpicks. Or we need to get lucky and have them drop here. Now, will I ever be accepting the normal items? Probably not. Because normal items just aren't going to really do it for us. Because basically what happens with them is they're not giving us the bonus effects like life leech and stuff that we're used to from the normal items. And I think Murmur's going to start being the one that falls behind. Oh, we just got a heavy head armor. It's not too bad. We're probably going to skip out on the boss. Get a couple more levels. But as you can see, we're already way stronger than we were when we started. And it's only been an hour. So we can kind of just chill and go. Now, are we getting super wealthy off of these? No. But for some reason, I find this kind of cathartic in the same way that I find grinding in like Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy kind of cathartic. Once I find an area that is, I can chill with that. I tend to really enjoy it. I need to remember to run away before the final boss. So probably whenever we see it in the distance, I'm just going to leave. But me actually paying attention is a tough nugget. No, I don't want to leave yet. If you leave in the middle of a battle, it causes you to just have a loss. So we leave, we go, town. Go ahead and check our gear again. We have a better helmet. It's just straight better. This is just a regular old shield. We do have a staff. Kind of wish we could equip it, because they are actually decent abilities on it. We probably will swap it out from dagger whenever we get... Yeah, we have enough to get steel on him. We'll probably swap it out from dagger whenever we get a staff we can actually equip. 7 to... I don't remember what reflect does. Reflect is what? I'm feeling that is magic damage, and Thorns is physical. I could be misremembering. Experience bonus. Yes. That's better than defensive bonuses. And those light boots, you know what? We're not going to bother equipping them. Once we hit level 10, we'll be able to equip another one of these. And once we get this leveled up again, we'll actually be able to do passive improvements, which is something I desperately want. So as far as spells go, we're actually going to swap that out for Drain. So we are, well, we're only at green magic level 8. Yeah, focus increases your accuracy by 23%. Weak is, I think, reduces the damage they deal less damage. Confidence increases the abilities with damage with abilities. Toxic cannot restore life and barrier. And then haste is going to increase our speed. So haste up is level 50. We're not going to see it probably today. But I will let him go with drain and hype up. Because drain is going to do... If I actually keep it equipped. I have to click it down here to actually see it. But yeah, that just does a little bit of damage and heals us. So as we get that leveled up, it'll be decent. And then there's Drain Plus there as well, which is a bit slower but more damage. Whereas Hype Up is AoE heals. I really think if we don't get it by level 10, I'm doing something wrong. Let's go ahead and get a level up there. More XP! Because more XP is good XP. And yeah, the higher level we are, the better chance we have against him. Because it gives us more shield, it gives us more life. And I think we actually get more base stats as well. Because I do notice that we dodge more at higher levels. Ooh, what was that? Item mastery, barrier regen, and magical defense. Ooh. That'd be a nice one. We don't even need it equipped as an attack either. So we might ditch this one as well, right before the boss. Because I kind of want that dagger. I want that dog. Can I pet that dog? Can I use that dagger? Now we're starting to get more and more stuff. Obviously, as we start leveling up the quest one, we actually start getting the ability to get bonuses to our magic find and stuff. Excuse me. Which generally works out pretty well. And yeah, once we can consistently do this one, I might go fix myself some food and drink and let it run, and then we'll just come back right after that. And I'll tell you how long it was running. So you can have an accurate picture, because mostly, whenever it's stuff away from the computer, I don't mind it that much. Because you're not having to give your active attention to it to make that progress. Obviously, this is a mechanic kind of borrowed from mobile gaming, which, in my opinion, isn't that bad. I don't mind the return tomorrow to have an XP bonus kind of stuff, just to get you off the phone for a little bit. This was also a thing in some MMOs, which I think was a good thing to keep people from sitting there grinding forever, because you'd be able to get off for a few hours and then get an XP bonus whenever you come back. So it'd keep people from doing those like super massive binges as often, unless they really wanted to. The thing I hate is whenever they put paywalls on progression. Or the thing where you have to buy energy tokens. Ugh. We're still like losing our shield hardcore to those. Oh no, a gobo. Yeah, as we get higher level, that human heal effect is going to be significant. I do need to get my magic skills up. I guess we go ahead and duck out. I don't know why we were able to get out with all of our stuff, but I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Stat-wise, maximum life, physical defense. I think the one we have is better, yeah. And then we have light coats here, which should probably be going on you. We have control resistance, magic speed bonus, and black magic mastery. That would not be bad. In fact, I think that might be... It's a toss-up, because that life regen would not be terrible. But we are going to go with barrier regen and magical defense there. You might actually go barrier steel. That's barrier regen. It's a toss-up. It's just a toss-up, don't ya know? Yeah, go ahead and take the magic speed boost on your pants. You have better boots already. Yeah, I guess we go in here, sell the extra stuff. We'll sit on these for a little while. Let's go ahead and unlock you. And sell that. We'll just keep those kind of sitting around for now. We don't need to really worry about them, but same time. We found ourselves a mimic. We're at 16,000 gold. Get a whole bunch of money from that. We need 90 more RP, which is going to be pretty much teach a fire spell and find a cat in a tree. Or we can go with one of these. I don't know what the GP is. GP is an odd one. I don't think I've seen that before. Oh, wait. That's going to be guild points. So that's just a bonus guild point? I can deal with that. So do we actually go for red magic? One of those things where I don't necessarily want to. But we could go ahead with it. You're the one who's going to be learning red magic, so he's going to be support. So that's 32, 169. This is 13 and slower. Of course, eventually Tornado comes in. Oh, and I forgot to dump my points into stuff. Oops. We at least have decent life now. Christiane is still a little bit struggling on it, but we're fine. Oh, and you just leveled up after healing. Great. Congratulations. Your heal puts you over. I'll move this out of the way. Trying to think what else we could be doing here. Maybe we should dedicate a video to each dungeon. Maybe. That wouldn't be too hard to do. We are eventually going to hit the point where we are just totally destroying these, and then we could have just characters on the old dungeons to kind of inch their way through. But I think we're okay. I'm sorry, I just got like a ping on the server and I thought we had another bot problem again, but we did not. That's just one thing of having a Discord server is you will eventually have a wave of bots come through, try and post a bunch of images. It's not something that's good, but there really is no stopping it entirely unless you make the server just unusable for normal people. So all we do is delete them and ban them. The enemies on floor 2 are not being a problem. I do not think we take out the worm this time. I don't think we're worried about... that's a medium armor for the head. It's item mastery. Would not mind the bronze lance. But nothing essential right now. Yeah, I'm just mostly keeping an eye out. If we get something that is something that I deem important to our builds, I will keep it. Otherwise, we're just kind of leaving them on the side. And yes, if we go and recruit new characters, we are going to need to equip them, so we'll probably keep stuff for them as well. We're going to try and beat the boss again. We've gotten essentially a level on everybody since then. We might get one more level on Christiane. Yeah, the giant bees are being a giant bee. Although it's also looking way worse because she only has 6 shield, unlike everybody else. So 1 damage is 1/6 of that bar. Whereas for everybody else, it's barely even registered. Like on Let's Play, that is 5% of the bar for 1 damage. There's a bit more, and we're almost to the boss. Oh, we got ambushed. Jerk! Jerk bee! Do we have anything essential? We got some rocks, but I'm not going to consider them essential. We can get more. We got a book. I'm gonna ignore it. If we win, we win. If we lose, I won't know what I lost. It's important that I not know what we lost. Oh, it's going like ham on her, or him, or them. Christiane. Come on, get another stab in on them. Okay, so they're poisoned. Oh, we got him. Watch us die to the mimic. Actually, I was joking, but Jesus. Seriously? 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 Oh, we got the book. Bite me. And now we have access to Worm's Nest boss. But ouch. That successfully completed and immediately died to a mimic. Ugh. Well, we're gonna take you. Yay, we leveled up. We now accept E+ quests. Don't know why we can't see the C and above ones. There is the katana one. Send me your greatest warrior. I think we already have that one ready to go. We might not be quite there, but we're gonna get close. There's some chicken ones. And as far as these go, we need level 20 katana and level 20 item lore. Okie dokie. And 10 red and 10 lances. We'll get those eventually. I do find it sad that we killed the worm, but failed on everything else. And we need iron to actually apply those. There's not much we can do there. You're level 7. Do we just grind you up to level 10, good sir? Because I think our chance here is, yeah, abysmal. As long as we don't get a mimic at the very end, we're fine. With this setup. Man, imagine if we had that blessing at the end, because this is confident. Increases the damage of all effectiveness of all abilities. So it's not even damage, it's just it is effective. I do need to decide on a passive set of skills for Murmur as well. But they might just end up falling behind and we'll have to use another character instead of them. I would like to have them around, but it's not the end of the world if we don't. We're actually almost at 6 times speed now. There's an achievement for, I believe it's getting 6 or higher. I don't know if it requires going to 8 or not. So, as you can see, things start getting zippy as we get further in. But I love the art style as well. I know it's super simple, it's super basic. And I'm not a huge fan of the entirety of how the class, like the races are laid out. I'm a big fan of basically your lineage or your race being the source of natural skills, things like infravision or acute hearing and stuff like that. Things that you can't just train to do. Like magic, you can train to cast that in games. And I think that should be part of that. And then what you did as your background should generally be the stat modifiers and the special abilities you've learned through life. Because I don't care how naturally attuned your lineage is to magic. That doesn't, if you never practice it, you're not going to learn shit about it. At least that's my opinion on it. Same as if you are a dwarf. People think all the dwarves are good at blacksmithing. What if you studied like music theory instead of blacksmithing? It's going to be somewhat different for you. It's going to be significantly different for you, actually. You're going to be more skilled at music and less skilled at blacksmithing. Although I don't know how you would be genetically attuned to blacksmithing, but to each their own. Let's hope that we do not get a blasted mimic at the very end again. Because I would like to make it to town with most of my crap. And have an actual victory here rather than just hopes and prayers victory. I do find it mildly sad at how strong that mimic was. Can we actually get those status effects on you? It is not applying them, and I am getting mildly nervous, although we are... Oh, there's one of our healers down. Can you please get your status effects on him? We are missing almost all of our attacks, which kind of sucks just a little bit. Thankfully, the two of you are the tankier two, but whenever you're getting stunned, kind of hard to avoid. Kind of hard to get the heals off whenever you're getting stunned. They're working their way through. If they could actually hit it, that would be probably the best. Christiane is not going to get much from this because they have been dead for most of the fight. But I think we've got a win on this. It's gonna be close though. Maybe not. Because we just lost all of our damage with you dying. Oh, nope, we've lost. Because I think you still have probably a decent chunk of life left. And doing 2 damage per whack is not going to do it for us. Although, I mean, if they miss long enough, we might be able to. We'll have to miss quite a few in a row. Oh, we got our heal off again. Is this really going to be what it is? No, we've lost. Oh, no. I keep thinking we've lost, and then you just get a surge of healing. Nope. Well, ass. You are not maxed out. You are maxed out, so we have 20% dagger mastery for everybody. 10% plus 10 melee attack. Let's do agility. Could go to sanguine, but that's not going to do anything for us. Let's go see what market stuff we can build. We have enough for both of them, so build the Hurt Emporium and the Smithy. This is just going to give us access to the basic weapons and to the basic armors. Although we have 2 pages of them. Ooh. Might just buy that. Agility, medium armor mastery. Why the medium armor mastery on heavy boots? I don't know. That would be better than what you got. You know what? Buy. And as far as medium armor goes... Don't think we care too much about that. Light armor. Do you have any new light armor stuff? Not really. And I'll buy and equip that. Go to town. Let's equip stuff real quick. We could get the... You have dagger level 10 plus, right? Yes, you do. So we could get the staff going up and work on staff skills. Go ahead and equip you. That is maximum life and physical defense versus lifesteal maximum life. And yeah, we already have better for that. Ailment resist, sure. We're actually starting to get decent stuff. We could try and get better gloves. Let's go ahead and sell the filtered. Go to the market again. Let's see what weapons do we have access to. Do we have basic stave with any mods? No, we just have a bronze staff. Blip. Blip. I think we don't worry about it just yet. And I don't think well, we do have slightly better gloves. So yeah, we'll buy and equip that. And then we'll sell filtered equipment. You sure? Yes. So now you at least have... Well, your helmet's not upgraded, but it's enchanted. What do we have there? I think we got another achievement. Oh yeah, purchase an item. Gets us our part of our money back at least. 90% chance of success. More levels up. Enter the dungeon. What level are you on this right now? You're at level 8, so that means we are going to be able to upgrade which magic skill you're using soon. Which is great for us because this is not bad. It just causes fire damage every 7 seconds, but the sword one after it, the magic sword, is just better. It causes status effect. I'm kind of sad this didn't trigger its status effects. We just kept missing the boss. So there wasn't really anything we could do about it. We are getting close to the times 6. We'll stay here until at least the times 6. Because I need to get at least one character up to level 10 so we can have 3 skills on him. That is such a massive damage amplifier that... Or even just effect amplifier. Even if we put slow on him, it would change the dynamic of that fight drastically. But at this point, we're not going to be getting a ton of dungeon XP. We're mostly just going to be getting self XP. Now, it is worth noting, even though we can go after the boss, we don't want to yet because we don't have enough character slots to mass a full party. That, and it's going to be slow anyway. So I think what we'll probably do is go to the next dungeon after we get a little bit consistent here, and then we'll have the iron to get up another few levels in various pieces of gear and buyables, as well as utilize these slots over here after we get iron. And we'll be able to start taking on the bosses and hopefully get over to the pearls. No guarantees on the pearls. We're going to just try. Now, if you guys want me to stream any of these like this and let you guys get custom characters, I am fine with that. We could have a custom stream run of this. I might, if we do that, put it on the other system, like my old system. It's a 1080 Ti, if that tells you how old it is. And it was new. A 1080 Ti was new when I got it. So... if that tells you the age of that system, I might put it on there and have it just be a constant stream and let you guys do some automation in it. I'll, of course, be here moderating it and stuff, but just have it run and let you do what you want. Reset it every, 4 to 6 hours? Because YouTube does not like long videos being streamed. And it would probably be at 720p. Oh, we've got Devastating Worm. Let's see if we can actually beat them. I don't know. Depends on if this gets status effects on them. Because otherwise, she died. Oh, never mind. You just got the kill on that. And it's another mimic. Why is it always a blasted mimic? This mimic is so much stronger than us. It is freaking ridiculous. It just one-shot 2 characters. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. We have gotten a mimic twice in a row on that. Is that just scripted to give us that or what? I don't know. Then it's making me mildly frustrated. Because that's the second time we've gotten down there and ran into a mimic. Well, you're level 9 now. You have poison available. Not that we're going to use it. We're going to stick with drain for a while. Go to you. You still don't have Ice Blade. You need one more level into that. Ice Blade is nice because it causes shed. Takes 11 damage per stack per second and takes 11% more damage from physical attacks. So it just kind of like ramps up how much damage they take. And you are doing slashes, so that works for you. Although we have this now. That, we would need more slots to really use that. We're close. Oh, we have enough for double stab, but we don't have a dagger equipped. Mug would not be terrible either. And then we have Steal Plus. Attempt to steal 2 items. And Assassinate. But for now, we're going to keep going with what we know works. To at least get us down there. And how do we... Actually, I do need to check one thing. How are we looking on resources? So 39, 10, and 3. We are not looking good on resources. I'm going to try this again. We should have done the XP up as well. I'm going to try this again and see if we can get a run without a freaking mimic. We make our way through these pretty quick, and at 6 times speed, which we should hit, not this run, but next, we'll be just zipping through here, so the losses won't hurt as much. But it's woof. It is very woof. And yes, we do want to get our levels up as fast as possible, because you can get your passive skills up just by using them. It's not a huge issue there. Actual hard levels give us more survivability and more raw stats. And excuse me, for some reason, today, everything is fighting me. At least this isn't as rough as of the recording. This is the last stream of Final Fantasy X-2. That was awful. We just kept getting a bunch of super versions of the enemies, and they were just killing us before we even got turns. That was frustrating, but we got through it. Oh, look, a mimic. Well, I mean, that means we leave. Good lord, the game hates me today. I don't know why you keep dying so freaking hard. You should be able to survive more than that with 37 life, but they just basically one-shot you. I think everything just piled on all at once. But yeah, once Let's Play hits level 10, I'll be a little happier. Because then we can start just at least trying to amplify our power to make it so we can get through that last mimic. Hopefully we hit 20 on this one. I do not have a guarantee of that. But yeah, we didn't even get a level up before the Christiane died. We're trying to get them up to level 10 red magic so they can get that quest out of the way. Which is... We want to get as many of the quests done as possible. That's just going to get us advancements so we can start seeing more quests. I am mildly disturbed that I can't see any of the C or higher quests. Because those are going to be for the areas beyond where we're at. And I want to see what those areas are going to be like. Those were not revealed earlier on. Past a certain point, which kind of makes me curious, mostly, about what kind of enemies this is going to have later on. Because right now it starts out with a worm, and then the next area is an evil vampire guy, and I believe the third area is... It's a forest area. I don't remember what the boss of it is, though. I did mess around with it a little bit, but haven't actually gotten to see much of it. Because I did make sure that this was still recording properly, and it does. But yeah, Christiane is our weak link right now, unfortunately. And until we get some lockpicks, we're going to be missing out on a lot of treasure. Come on, halfway to 20. And Murmur's just following all the way behind, but somehow still tankier than the character that was ahead of them. Please don't... Oh, for God's sake. What is with the, like, godforsaken, like, immortal mimics? Hell? I legitimately do not know why they are all of a sudden just nuclear mode on us. That is awful feeling. Maybe the mimics in this area shouldn't be complete assholes? We also have that. And we got another quest done. Yay! And we have Vampire Lord here, and then rank D, we'll see it later. But yeah, they're just brutal. You're going to switch over to Ice Blade. Only slightly slower, but it's a bit more damage, a bit more accurate, and it gives a boon to all the physical attackers. Which is both of these. These are both doing physical damage. Just trying to think what else we want to be throwing on here. Because poison is just... Yeah, it takes 23 damage per stack a second. And it lasts for... I don't remember how long. It lasts for a while. But we also don't get healing from that. You are at 3 with magic power. Ooh, lovely. But yeah, we can't get up to a full 9 to take the other challenge. Could go with 2 tanks. Well, dag nabbit. Yeah, it says we have a 94% chance, yet we keep getting mimicked. Which is just... Ugh. So those are the quests we can work on. We need to kill 5 worms to get the repeatable version of the worm, which is not a problem. Which, yes, that is another thing you can do on here, is you just let it run and you get all of the extra gold from that. Plus you get all the levels of going through. I think if we hit level 10 on Let's Play, I might back out and come back in with 3 skills. Because then they'll have another attack skill to go with it. Or we can have Protect. I think we'll probably just want another attack skill to kill things faster, but the reason we're losing to the mimics isn't even necessarily that we can't do enough damage, we're just not hitting. I don't know what it is with the 3rd floor mimics. Because the mimics on the 1st and 2nd floor we haven't had a problem with. I don't think. Was that last one on the 2nd floor, or was that on the 3rd floor? I wasn't actually paying attention up there. I just saw that it basically one-shot Christiane. So it was like, bleh. And as soon as they go down, that's a lot of our damage gone because we lose their offensive ability. But yeah, that is a definite damage disparity between them. And as far as the treasure floors, it's not bad to have in here. I'd rather get treasure floors in the 4 or greater floor dungeons. Just for like XP and stuff like that. Because fighting gets us a little bit more XP because we're using more abilities. Obviously, we also get the bit from winning that. So now we're at speed 6 and we just got the gotta go fast achievement. Now, here's hoping we don't get a mimic down here. I don't know what that other achievement was. Now we can zip through this without even, like, worrying too much. So I can put it up to, like, 50 runs and just let it go. Now, once we get the ability to send teams off on their own, separate from the main team, we can have a lot of people grinding. Which is, I think, the end goal of the game. Honestly, because we can do basically raids later on where we have 3 parties of fully leveled up people, some that have been off doing side quests kind of things, and other ones that are part of our main party. Obviously, this is gonna most likely be our main party. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna go speed up until he gets low, and then we're gonna go normal speed. Okay, we got that. Want to see if we have anything that's absolutely necessary. Maximum barrier would be nice, but I don't think it's necessary. Do I leave before? No, we just... Okay. So no mimic that time. So it's not a guaranteed mimic. I just know that they were wrecking me. Okay, so this versus that. I think I prefer the lifesteal. You're level 10 now as well. You need a new medium hat, so that's... it doesn't really help much, but it gives you extra life. Green magic, life regen. Think we prefer the one that they have, but I'm not positive on that. Max barrier, experience, and thorns versus max barrier. Actually, this is just better. Glove wise, those are light bracers. Green magic versus light armor. We might actually be reaching the point where I stop doing greens as well. Magic power, melee attack, physical block chance. Yeah, we'll just equip that. It's better. Glove wise, I don't think we got... And no, we don't have any light gloves. That sucks. So we end up getting rid of those. You have ailment resist and you have lifesteal. Okay. So we come here, we go to our abilities. You now have more abilities. We need to put this one on hype up. This one is going to be... I think we're actually going to have that one be protect. Or do we go for just more damage? I do need to be speeding up how much white magic I get. I'm going to go with protect, because we can cast that outside of battle. You need level 10 still, and you are just way behind, which is... That's fine, but I'd rather it not be that way. How are our chances in here? Still below 40%. We're at 98% here. I don't think that accounts for the freaking mimics, so we're going to go ahead and stop picking up uncommons. We still don't have utility loadouts because we haven't gotten any iron. But speed 6 should let us get through here relatively smoothly. Obviously, we could auto lose some. But we're going to do probably a run, and then I will go make myself a drink and some food while letting this run through multiple rounds, and then we'll come back and either try to get some iron or try to face the three-headed... Actually, we need to get iron first. We absolutely have to get iron first. Because the iron will give us access to more character slots. No, wait, it won't give us access to that because we need the pink ones. It'll give us access to more shops. There we go. And also dungeon upgrades through the guild system. How are we looking on quest-wise? 2 of them defeated. We actually have hedgehogs to turn in. So far, so good. We actually have a decent amount of life on everybody. Murmur's making me a little bit nervous with only 29 life, but they're a magic race, so... A magic base? A magic ace of base? Possibly. But go ahead and nuke them all. And also, whenever I'm doing off-screen grinding, I will be making it so that we only pick up, like, purples and aboves. Because I do not want my inventory filling up with absolute garbage. That's one of the reasons why I got in the habit of just going for legendaries. We are dropping Protect on, which does give us more white magic. Which is probably going to result in him leveling up even faster than everybody else. Because you have more skills kind of just proccing all the time. Let's see, can we... we just decimate the worm. There we go. A victory again. And we got 1 dungeon level up. Ugh. So bloody slow. Equipment-wise, I am going to come in here. We're going to get rid of the white and the green. Do we get rid of the blues? I think we might even get rid of the blues at this point. Although that iron staff is very tempting. Let's just double check on... Do we have a better staff in here? We do not. Because if I remember correctly... barrier regen, magical defense. Yeah, that's propping up your life. Yeah, I think we'll just get a normal staff and get the iron staff ready to equip while we do these passive runs. So shop weapons, let's go ahead and buy that. Buy and equip. Town. Inventory, we're going to sit on those. Because I don't think you necessarily want to be going over to the dagger, do you? Although getting you up to level 10 dagger wouldn't be a terrible thing. A spear does have some decent bonuses on it. Still not level 10, though, sadly. We will get accessories eventually. And if we go here and abilities, we can see, hey, we can actually adjust them here. But I think, on that note, I will be right back. Jump cut to after I've had some lunch and let this run in the dungeon for a little bit. We'll show you the settings before we go and do that. Loot filter. We'll save the epics. And I will see you guys in just a wee little bit. And we are back, and dinner has been had. We are still running through this. We got 19 runs done. I'll let this one run finish off, and then we'll exit out of it and see what kind of loot we got. I don't think I'm going to go for the full 50. I might set it up tonight while I'm actually like sleeping and stuff like that, since I just had dinner. We are probably going to set it up to run overnight so we can get a few more resources and just kind of get some quests done, that kind of stuff, get some levels. And for the most part, anything you see on camera will be where I'm at the computer, and anything that you don't see on camera will be when I'm not at the computer, so you don't have to worry about me getting anything done off screen. Although I am slightly tempted to do some like the buying and equipping of skills, but I think that I want it to reflect just how much effort you actually have to put into the game to have it proceed. And for the most part, we haven't actually even been doing much while we're at the computer for this one. It does run itself mostly idle. I don't know if we've lost any of the dungeon dives. We could have. I wasn't in here to check. For some reason, my stomach decided to start grumbling as soon as I started watching this and actually setting up the microphone and all that. So, yay! So excuse me ahead of time if any obscene noises come about my face. But we're about an hour and something into the video anyway, so it's fine. We shall continue on. I just want to see how this last fight against the worm goes. For the most part, pretty easy, and loot done, and let's go ahead and get out of here. We had 21 successful dungeons. Sweet. And item gains. Oh, we did get some legendaries. We got a legendary soft gloves. Oh my, are they filled with Vaseline? We got 115 bronzium. Got some bronze gauntlets. We got some light boots and some light bracers. We got a few purple things as well. We'll check them out whenever we get back to town. Don't even know how many levels we got, but I do know that we got some achievements. Let's go to there and there. Gotta go fast. And Iron Maiden. We actually defeated something with Reflectant Thorns. Sweet. And as far as the rest of these, we do have some achievements we're probably going to get. We got a bunch of money from that. Good God. Ability-wise, we do actually have some abilities unlocked. Do I want to mess too much with them? We do have heal available now. So that's good. Healed party member with the lowest life. Removes all negative status effects on a party member. We're actually going to take heal instead of protect. We're going to keep drain on, I think. Although we've already gotten up to black shot, which would probably be a more aggressive spell. That's going to be 10 versus 26 damage with this. It's pretty accurate. It's a lot slower. Get 12 off of that one, 16 off of that one. This does... Yeah, and it does inflict weak as well. So that means they do less damage. So that might actually be better than drain, especially now that we have heal up. So do we go with that? Or do I have them be completely useless offensively and get them some slow? Could always get green magic on you. We have Fissure available. Inflicts Dizzy. I don't remember what Dizzy does. Character cannot act for 6 seconds versus improved damage. I think we want this to be hype up. Just so we can kind of keep up generic healing. Excuse me. We actually can get heal and protection, stuff like that going. I don't think we're going to use it just yet. I do think we'll go ahead and get slow going in on you. So we have everybody with an offensive skill, a support skill, and except for you. You're just evil. We're going to keep Dirty Stab active. How's our dagger skills going? We have hide, but we don't have double stab because we don't have a dagger equipped. We might be able to get away with equipping a dagger now. So you... Yeah, we'll go ahead and equip that instead of the sword. So now you'll actually be going back to using dagger skills. Let's go back to abilities. And you can get double stab instead of normal stab, although it's way slower, but it's lower attack speed too. Why? Why is it actually worse is the question. I don't think we mess with that. For you, we are going to go with... I'm going to start getting them down white magic as well. So they can start healing. And then we'll eventually send everybody down green. After we've taken slow off of you, we'll put slow on somebody else. And they'll do whatever the next one is. Because right now, slow is the base one. Then they'll get focus or weak next. And that means that someone else will get slow. And that seems like a good plan to me. You having Holy Bolt may not be entirely necessary. But having heal on everybody would not be a terribly bad thing. The other option is go with double stab instead of Holy Bolt and just go super heavy on dagger skills. Now they're stab, double stab, dirty stab. And then we can go up to like triple stab plus... assassinate and just go down that path. Steel plus would not be bad later on whenever we can actually get fast with skills. I'm torn as to whether we stay on drain on you. I think we might just go more damage. Of course, we could also just go slow on you too and get you moving up green too, but I mean, I think we want at least some damage on this character. So as far as our magic stat goes, currently magic power is 41 on you, 43 and 22. So ability-wise, we should actually be able to do decent damage with most of these. Yeah, 10 damage on there. That's not bad. We can show only equipable items. I don't know what that one does, but we can actually just show only equipable if we want, which probably will help out in the long run. Do I want to go to Fissure instead of Ice Blade? It is about the same speed, slightly slower. More accurate, more damage. But it scales the rest of our damage slower. But it also stops them from being complete dicks, so we'll go with Fissure. Eventually we will get the Twister. and have that helping us as well. I don't think we have anything else we can invest in. You need iron, you need pink. Yeah, pretty much everything just needs iron now. We could go after bosses. That gets us these shards, which are used for upgrading stuff. But we don't have full squad. Let's see, Sanguineer is at 53%. Plain Caves are at 133%. So I'll probably have them doing that at night. Whenever I'm just letting it run. And the max we can get, I believe, is 50, yeah. 50 runs on a single thing. Let's go ahead and do the Sanguineer and see if we can get some iron. Did I turn off the loot filter? I don't think I did. Go ahead and get out of here. Loot filter, I did not turn it off. We're going to go with that while we're actually watching it. We don't need any greens, but now we're back to moving slow as balls. And I think that's a trap. Ouch. We haven't even encountered a monster yet. I'm kind of surprised that one-shot them. That kind of sucks. Obviously, Murmur is squishier, but yeah, that was 100 damage. It's more than they have. They've got 95. You'd survive 100 damage. You would not. Oh no, it's a mimic. Okay, so it does 7 damage on a normal hit. So it's floor 1. Why is this mimic weaker than the ones that we were encountering in the other dungeon? Oh, and we got one of these cloths. This is the second tier cloth. So each tier is going to be an upgrade. I think there's like 9 or 10 tiers. I could be not knowing. We got some giant bats to take care of. Let's see how much damage they actually do to us. Not too bad. We have plenty of recovery going on there. We might be able to actually hit above our weight with the healing. Thing is, the healing, I mean, hype up heals both. This only heals life. So if Murmur loses their shields, they're pretty much doomed. Moan, give me XP. And yeah, killing these guys, by the way, gives us a decent chunk of XP up there. So if you want to boost that, encounter rate up is not a bad idea. I'm not too worried about it because we've already... I can let it run when I'm trying to go to sleep, and it's not going to be a problem. But if we can get to level 5 quickly, this will feel a lot better because of the speed that it goes at. Now, one thing that I think would be an interesting thing, I was thinking about this while I was eating, is what if you made it so that if you didn't have these points, you could still use them, but it would increase, like, enemy potency? I think that would be a good compromise. That way you could still go faster, but you'd need a stronger party to actually sustain it. And I don't know if you'd want to actually have better drops or stuff like that, because then it would make the scaling of enemies via the other systems a little bit pointless, but... And yes, I have decided that each video I do on this will be focused on one of the dungeons. We might visit the higher dungeon and might get resources from it, but anytime I go off screen, I will be in the dungeon for that video. So if we go off screen again before the end of this, I'll be back in the caves and just let it run there. Just so that I'm not getting too far ahead and we're just getting levels off of it. It would simulate you being in a area where you don't have to actually pay attention and run away. Obviously, we could just let it run on here and not worry about it and just get XP as we slowly whittle our way through and lose each time. But I'd rather keep the items that I farm rather than losing half of them and half the money. And I don't think that this levels us up any faster yet, especially considering we have EXP gain on the other one. We really have not gotten a lot of loot on this so far. But this is what we want. Oh, 4 of them. We need, I think, 10, unfortunately, for anything. So we are going to just keep pushing. Although, if I remember correctly, this floor might be able to actually kill us. The zombies, if I remember, are relatively tough, as are the griffins, but I think the griffins start in on the next floor. Although we did well, 204, because... we probably got some item drops off of that one, and they just auto-sell whenever you have them loot filtered. I do notice the zombies don't have shields. And yes, you can build your characters to not have shields too. You can go with one of the tanky characters that don't gain shield naturally, and you can end up with 0 if you don't have gear for it. And I'm going to adjust this mic, because I need to adjust the chair. Because I just realized I was sitting very reclined. But yeah, what I had for dinner, it was just beef and green beans. It was good. It was roast. Well seasoned with garlic and onion and all kinds of other good stuff. And yeah, I'm a sucker for garlic. As far as the green beans, just butter, a little bit of garlic, and that was it. Salt, of course. No, there's nothing worse than unsalted green beans and regular beans, in my opinion. I have tried it, because I have tried to be like extremely low sodium, but I figure giving up League of Legends was enough. Some of you will get that. And for that, I am sorry. I'm sorry that you played that game. But yeah, for the most part, this area is pretty chill. I'm looking forward to seeing places past the third area, because I've seen the third area on the save file that we had at the very beginning of the video. I've seen it there, but I haven't gotten all the way through it yet. So, and it's mostly just I didn't have the patience to get all the way through it. But we're going to try and push on as far as this will let us. Now, this is supposedly the release version, so we'll see. It releases in a couple days from me recording this, and I'm probably going to record a session of this each day up to the release, as far as we can like make any progress with like levels and stuff while I'm sleeping. And then I will do a video of something else as well on the same day. So this will come out a little bit more staggered than I'm recording it, but, and we're going to lose somebody. No, we didn't. Wow. I was so expecting Murmur to just die again. Murmur's gonna be a bit behind on levels, sadly. And that's just how it is. Thankfully, Let's Play is going to be able to just keep the healing up consistently. I got to the mute button that time. Sweet. But yeah, we'll get through floor 2. How are we looking on iron pieces 4? Do I push through floor 3? I'm gonna risk it. We're not gonna do floor 4. Floor 4 will kill us. Especially with our % chance of success. I don't trust it. But we'll have enough points to actually get some more XP boost here. That's pretty much what I'm looking for on any of these. I do think that there is a cap. I think you can only get up to level 100. Which kind of means that XP is probably the best one to get unless you are trying to... I'm talking about level 100 dungeon. XP seems like it might be the best one to get out of those unless you're going item farming in there, and why would you item farm in the early ones whenever all the good gear is at the end? So you don't necessarily want the super high level versions of the enemies or the elites, or you don't want a bunch of mimics. Treasure floors would be nice. That's a good alternative if you're looking for crafting items. But I don't think we necessarily need most of the dungeons to be anything other than XP farms. Now, obviously, whenever I start sending things in there to passive farm them, it might change, but... And I do like the design of this dungeon. It's very simple, and it reminds me of the 90s, but I enjoy it. It's locked, because we don't have the way to unlock them yet. I think we get that with iron, though, so that might be the first thing we go to try and unlock. For the most part, we're staying pretty healed. Got a lot of leaves. I need iron, not leaves, though. Leaves and stuff are for your equipment. Iron is for your buildings. And I think you also need it for the equipment, too. So, yeah, it's a half dozen of this, 6 of another. This might hurt. Oh, no, it didn't. Can we handle floor 4? Can we handle the griffins? Right now, this restores 36, by the way. It's 18 barrier and 18 life. This restores, I believe, just 11. We'll see next time it procs, but... What level are you at? 4? Blech. Blech. It's going to take a while for that one to clear out. I don't really want overlapping status effects, except for maybe haste. And the only reason I want haste is because I want haste on everybody. So they're doing their out-of-battle spells more frequently, because it speeds up everything. It's great. Haste in any game is one of my favorite skills. Because the more turns you get, the easier time you're going to have in 99.9% of games, unless there's a penalty for taking a turn. Die, zombie! Look, it's The Walking Dead! I still need to watch The Walking Dead, believe it or not. I haven't actually watched it. And I actually have access to it for free now, with a lot of commercials. So, I might just do that. Another show that I kind of want to go back and watch is Game of Thrones. See, because weirdly, Game of Thrones is one of those that I was kind of lukewarm on the beginning of. The middle, I got engaged with a few of the characters, and the end just sucked. I want to see if I still hold that opinion. And you guys know that I do a Nostalgia Bait series anyway, so might as well do that with shows too, I guess. Do I need to start another channel for that? No, because I do not want the copyright strikes that come with TV or movie reviews. Good freaking God, those are awful. We might duck out. You know what? Yeah, we're going to duck out. Level 4 is making me nervous. Because how much do we need? We need iron for those two. We need iron for that. So we need something like 20, 40, 50, 70 iron for the main stuff. 85, 105, 125 for everything. And these also take iron to upgrade. Well, this one does. But the one that we definitely want is empty plot here, the utility items. And I think the ability to equip them is here. So we need 20 plus 15, so 35. Iron. Blech. It's actually gross. But we also need more XP gain. Yay. Now it's a 22%. I think the other one is... Yeah, 0.5% each. So this is not terrible. But yeah, it recommends 5,000 EP for doing this one. We are way below that. We are way above it for that. And as far as our next zone, it's going to be over here. It's going to be a forest area. Enter dungeon. See if we can get more iron. We should hit level 5 relatively quick, so things will stop feeling so slow here. But we do need iron for progress, so this is where we need to be farming. Thing is, I can't just leave this one behind. Because if I just leave myself in here farming this, we'll just die constantly. And lose all the stuff we gathered. So I'll probably not make it back with any of the iron. Because I don't remember whether it treats the whole stack of iron as individual units, or whether if you lose half your stuff and that's in the half, you lose all the iron. I don't know, and I don't want to test it right now. Yay! We murdered them. I'm so happy. And yeah, sorry for the streams being intermittent as well. That just comes with the nature of the beast being chaos right now. It should be resolved between the middle and end of November, and then we'll be back to regular, like, almost daily streams. I do still take Mondays off regardless. But we'll be back to almost daily streams mid-November to the end, and of course... I might stream extra over the holidays because I do know that the holidays are kind of tough for a lot of people. Especially nowadays with all the things going on in the world. So I will try to get more streams out for that just to give people a distraction that they might very well need. And I did not realize that enemy had haste. Now we're speed 2. So now things are going to start feeling like we're actually crawling through the dungeon appropriately. This feels like it should be speed 1, in my opinion. This is a relatively brisk pace of walking, as far as the step rate goes. And weirdly enough, the camera movement does not bother me in this. I think it is because the fairly stable point of reference and the lack of any kind of side-to-side wobble associated with it, I think is what's really helping it not make me like motion sick or anything like that, despite being 3D. And no, I'm not controlling the directions we're turning. This is just, the map is guaranteed to be one direction. That would also be something that, I don't know if I would include it in this particular game, but if they end up making a second game kind of in this similar line, I would absolutely recommend having not necessarily a straight path. Maybe have it be mazy. Have it so you can set like a preference direction, follow left wall or something like that. Or you can have it be random selection and just have you come up to an intersection and it'll just go left or right and you'll see different things down different paths. Maybe let it so you can do it kind of like the river level in Final Fantasy VI. Whereas you're going down, you have to choose between two directions or it just automatically picks for you based on whatever direction the river is going at the time. That would be an interesting mechanic for this as well, to make it so you have a little bit more to do while you're actually playing the levels rather than just make sure they don't die. Because generally speaking, right now we're just babysitting for the most part, which is fine. That's what incremental idle games are about. I do like sitting here and just chatting while playing them, and I do like thinking about different strategies to make them more effective, which is an important thing to do whenever you're playing games like this. It is essentially mental bubble wrap. This is a dopamine simulator. I get the same kind of bubble wrap from freaking Diablo 2 as well, because Diablo 2, believe it or not, for those of you that are new to the channel and didn't come from the main channel, I play Diablo 2 a lot. I have, frankly, way too many guides on it. Build guides, item guides, etc. Skill guides, mechanics guides, you name it. I think I have well over like 15, 20,000 hours into that game. But it's at the point where I can pretty much play it without thinking unless I'm playing a mod. And so it fulfills the same role of just a passive mental drip feed of loot. Especially since once you know how loot works in that game, and really this is true of a lot of action RPGs, once you know how loot works in that game, even the like most mundane seeming stuff from a new player's perspective can actually be very useful. There's blue rings in Diablo 2 that are extremely strong because they give you a crap ton of mana. It's really good on energy shield builds, as well as a few others. And then you have things like, and also boost your mana regen by just nature of having more mana. But as far as other items, there's rare items that can be better than any unique you can find. There's bases that most people don't expect unless you actually know what you're looking for in specific builds. There's magic items that outperform even rares and uniques if you know what to look for. It becomes a smorgasbord of this could be the one. I even have a handful of chase items that I've gotten over the many years of playing both not Legend of Dragoon, Lord of Destruction, LOD in my brain. We covered Legend of Dragoon too. Go check that out. Great classic game. Janky as hell, but I love it. But yeah, Lord of Destruction, and I did play back before Lord of Destruction released as well. I was in the stress test as well as the early beta. Obviously, none of the beta or stress test stuff carried over, but I still have items that I found in like 1.02 from my character save files. So some of them be busted, some of them don't work that way anymore. Most of the original items were just completely overshadowed by modern stuff whenever Lord of Destruction released and the subsequent patches released. I'm rambling about Diablo 2 and a different game's thing. Oh no! People will judge me. But I like all games. But yeah, pretty much in any action RPG, you'll hit that point of, I know the items well enough that I can get items that are I know that this item that a newbie would think is super weak is actually really strong kind of situation. And I don't know if this game has those. The modifiers seem fairly random. Later on, we can correct for them because there is the ability to basically refine your magic items, and we need to leave after that one. We're going to go ahead and let that one get, and then we get out of there with the leaves, go to town. Did we get any iron on that one? I don't think we did. No, we did not. Game, why do you hate me? Okay, let's go ahead. We only have one page of stuff. Bronze gauntlets, magic find, magic speed bonus. Yeah, that's just going to be better. That is just legendary bronze gauntlets. Those are light boots. Don't think we have anything else we necessarily want to equip on you. Magic, crit chance, melee crit chance. We don't care about either of those. I think we go for this one instead. Although the extra maximum barrier would not be bad. That gives us more magic power. This... we lose a bit of our magic speed bonus. Just a little bit. But I think it's overall going to be better. And we have... is this going to be better than what you have there? Crit chance, experience... no, we're going to keep the experience bonus. Thorns, Fist Mastery, Reflect, and Sword Mastery. I think we go with the Thorns and Reflect one. As far as the chest pieces, that one is Control, Magic Speed. I think that's going to be better. That one is not bad. Magic Speed bonus on it would be nice. It's slightly better in that regard. Yeah, I think that might be better. Medium armor on the hands. You have maximum life. You have more maximum life. And you have medium armor mastery and black magic mastery. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and equip that. And medium boots. This is reflect, barrier steel versus just magic speed bonus. I think we can sacrifice a little bit of our magic speed bonus for that. You... actually, lifesteal versus... this has magic speed bonus on it, but do we actually care about that? I think we might want to put the experience bonus on somebody else. At the same time, why not keep it? And yeah, we'll go ahead and get you more life. So everybody's got lanterns right now, sadly. Light armor. We actually have not gotten a lot of light armor. Melee speed bonus. I think we stick with the experience bonus. That's going to be light armor for the hands. That's definitely better. Maximum life, maximum barrier. I don't think that's actually going to work for us. Let's see. Experience bonus would not be bad, but I think we just keep this one. Oh, this still is not that bad. It does boost our melee attack. You know what? Actually, we will go ahead and equip you. Because you're not using a lot of magic. You're using dagger crap. So we go here, sell the extra crap. We're even going to start selling blues, I believe. Keep yellows and aboves. I do wish there was a way to convert these items into iron. So we wouldn't have to keep hoping and praying and believing Yeah, you're only at 7 on that. You're at 39. We're going to keep healing on you. And I think we want to be keeping most of these how we have them. Although, we might have a better... oh, no, it's 40 for the next one. Never mind. Enter dungeon. Let's get stabby stab. Oh, no, a trap was triggered. Whatever will we do? The party is blessed. I believe that's haste. It is haste. So we're going to get free XP with haste. I would not mind having everybody hasted, but we're not going to see that for a while, unfortunately. Because we're getting basically 1 green magic cast off each fights, whenever it's the bigger fights. Oh, there's another trap. Is someone going to die? Almost. Oh, and they have just passive regeneration. I keep forgetting that they do. And he's got barrier regen as well. So at least whenever he gets low, he's fine. Jesus, my guy. Murmur might die. Murmur is not having a good day. Murmur has been near death twice today on this one run of the dungeon. Yeah, I absolutely I need the iron before we go back to the other dungeon and level up in it. I know that's kind of sad, but we need it. We absolutely need it. I'm just sad that we're not getting the iron nodes. We're getting rather just pottery and crap. Which isn't terrible. We could try to go after the boss, but I don't think we have a chance against... oh, God, another trap. Well, she almost died. You did die. Why are we getting all the traps? Yeah, I don't want to just linger in there whenever we've died. It just doesn't make sense, because then you're just not getting XP on that character. Once we start being able to use belt items, which is what we need, I believe it was 35 or 25 iron for, we will be able to revive people. Until then, we're just chugging through here hoping for the best. We can't even disarm traps until we get that, unfortunately. But yeah, you may notice that they are already getting their healing skills up super high. This is important. And once Let's Play gets up to 20, we'll go and get him another skill as well. That should greatly improve our power. Am I going to go for another white magic? I might go for a green in it. Because Let's Play is going to be our tanky healer. That is their entire purpose. That's their goal in life. They are meant to make sure everybody else survives. And if they get up to super high levels and get a lot of really good skills and unlock all the things we need, they can do that. And we don't have to worry about anything. Now, I did say I was going to do one area on each thing. We might actually just push today and see what all we can get unlocked. I'm still torn on it. I was thinking about it over dinner, and then now that I'm back to playing it, my mind is changing. Because we could linger in here. Like, if we get up to a high enough percent, I could just let it farm here and get all the iron we need for everything whenever I let it run tonight. But I have to get up to the point where we can consistently survive and beat the boss. Which, I guess we could. We're at what? A bit over 2 hours now? I don't know how long the first one was. I want to say it was an hour and a half or something like that, or an hour and 45 minutes for the first half of this. I don't want to push these too far beyond 4 hours, just because processing and uploading issues. I could push it to 6. Oh, there's another iron node. Yay, we got 3 of them. Still not enough to do anything with. That puts us up to 7. And I don't think we stand a chance on the 4th floor. So I'm just going to keep pushing through and trying to get the iron. Obviously, as we get higher speed, this becomes easier. Because we can get to where we want to be for the iron much, much, much quicker. We are getting decent XP because of the bonuses from this one getting just a higher zone bonus to the XP, as well as the bonus we get in for just dumping the levels into XP. We could make more enemy encounters that would level up our skills faster. That's something that I might do in later dungeons. In these early dungeons, I'm not as concerned about it. It's nice, but not necessary. I'd rather get the actual hard levels so we have stats. At least that's my approach to it right now. The actual skill levels just gets us access to better attacks. Some of the modifiers do get bonuses from your levels, like this one right here. If I remember correctly, scales with green magic mastery. So we get more effects with it. Whereas this one doesn't scale with anything. This one scales with red magic. This scales with white magic to an extent. Yada, yada, yada. I do need to see how much we actually heal with that. It should be 14 when we cast that one. Yeah, it's 14. So that's not too bad. There we go. I'm getting good with the mute button while recording as well. I'm actually really bad with the mute button. I either press the wrong one, because right now my little button layout is I have the mute button for the stream right below my mute button for Discord. I accidentally press the Discord one like half the time. And I need to probably adjust that, because I just look over there and I see a microphone. It's a microphone for both of them. So it's just different backgrounds. My brain has to like think for half a second. Is it the blue one or the gray one? Ow. Traps. Why? Although Let's Play is not leveling up very quickly right now. Although I don't think anyone's leveling up super quick at the moment. We're doing okay. How much iron do we have? 11. I will probably dip. Actually, let's just go ahead and dip now. Because that puts us at enough for you. So we go ahead and get that. So we can start buying these. We just can't equip them yet. So I'm going to go ahead and get a Rusty Thieves Tools. And we are going to put it... buy. We'll go ahead and put that... Oh, we can't actually equip it yet because we don't have the thing available. A doip. Yeah, we need this one next. Because this is going to get us access to another ability there to equip the utility items. We also have repeatable quests. Which is going to get us a ton of money. We need item lore. I don't think we're going to get item lore very quickly, unfortunately. Because right now, our stats are... Where's our item lore? Yeah, item lore is still 3. We haven't been using items. Your item lore is decent. You're going to be able to get there fast. But we need to be able to use the belt items. And we can't actually equip anything on them yet because we don't have access to that. And I need to duck out of here. There we go. I would like to reduce the mimic spawns, but I think the mimic thing just does more mimics. I could be wrong, because mimics are worth more XP. And that's a nice amount of healing. We're at 109 health on Let's Play. That is a ridiculous amount of health. I don't know if it's going to be easier to get barrier or health from gear. I have a feeling eventually it's going to be barrier, and later on we're going to want barrier for dealing with magic enemies. Because if I remember correctly, barrier is more durable against magic, while life is more durable against physical. Unless they change that mechanic. That was a mechanic from the demo, so I can't speak to it on the full game. But we're almost level 10, which will be Speed 4! Which makes farming this area relatively tolerable. Of course, we're still not going to be able to beat the boss. We can beat all the trash in here, at least. which is a good thing. The boss, it will wreck us. So if we get iron, we need to just dip the hell out. Which kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's going to make life so much easier for us to get that little bit more iron. We have 60% success here. That doesn't mean we actually succeed 60% of the time. I think it means we're at 60% of the equipment power or equipped power or whatever you want to call it that it recommends. Because I have a feeling you could set up something that says you have 100 and some odd % chance of success and it would just lose. You'd have to really try, but I think you could do it. Caught the enemy unaware. And yes, they can poison us. Well, we're halfway to level 20. There's our level 4 as well. Or halfway to level 20 on Let's Play. Is what I was... Oh, Jeebus. Well, after this fight, we get to leave and try again. Because that was a rough piece of nonsense. So 25% XP boost. Yeah, the traps are still wrecking us. We need the iron to disarm traps. Because that's what the thieves kits are for. It's for disarming traps and opening chests. And we're going to want quite a few of them. Even though we're not hitting that many traps. If we can get ones that can regenerate their charges, that's even better. Because they do have limited charges. The way they function is you have X number of charges that you can use throughout the course of the dungeon. Once that's used up, they're gone. They refresh whenever you reload the dungeon. So once you have lockpicking tools, you have lockpicking tools forever. The thing is, you want them to refresh in the dungeon so you don't just run out of them after the first 2 locked chests. Later on, we will be able to get access to like legendary ones and super powerful ones. That's whatever's, but... Oh, and that was... What are you? Was that leaf gauntlets? Yeah, it was earth bracers. Not exactly great stats on them, but it's earth bracers. We haven't seen those before. It's a new item. I've seen them before, but they're new for the rest of us. They're tier 3, I believe. Aren't they? Yeah. Obviously, later on, we'll start getting, like, pearl swords and ice swords and fire swords and all kinds of, like, we're gonna wreck all your nonsense tools. What level of fire are we? Level 27? I think we need level 30 for the tornadoes. You can start getting the next green ability, which means we probably swap you over to having a green next. So you can have slow instead of just more damage. Did someone die? Nope, no one died. We're good. We're good. We only got mildly mauled by a trap. But we got trounced by those traps because they were close together. And on the deeper levels. And yes, we are getting trash tier items. That's why we get so much gold. Normal items auto sell, green items auto sell. We have blue able to be picked up, I think, unless we turn that off again. And yeah, that's why we're getting so much gold from these, because they're just dropping basic items. I need them to drop me iron is what I need them to drop me. But no. Well, excuse me, Prince. Just go full on 90s Link from, I believe that was CDR. Floor 3 mimics here, not a threat. Floor 3 mimics in the worm cave, absolutely wrecking our shit. Okay, we're gonna try a couple battles down here, as we'll probably get griffins. No griffins yet. Okay, there's the griffin that I was worried about. We did okay. Oh, and they do drop iron. Okay. We're not going after the boss. So once we get a little bit close to it, I am dipping the hell out. But I don't mind that the griffins drop iron. That's a new one by me. First, we're just not going to get a bunch of griffins now. Speaking of getting a bunch of griffins, hi griffins. And and we get out before the trap. How many iron do we have? We need 14 more. Inventory-wise, yeah, we have those, so we're going to be using them soonish. We did get a new Earth Bracer. Do I actually want to bother equipping that on somebody? It is medium armor. Barrier regen, barrier bonus. That would give you... you don't have a lot of barrier to begin with, so I guess not. And yes, I do want to build that, but this is higher priority. And we can get level 15 adventurers now, so we could actually hire some people to go after the big worm. We might do that before the end of this. I don't think we're going to be able to push for the pearl stay. But that will come soon enough. I really am surprised Let's Play has not gotten up to level 20. With our XP bonus, he should be. We shall see. If you're wondering why I keep calling them a she, is because I actually know somebody that looks like that. I know that's a random thing, but I do know somebody who looks basically like that. I mean, they have a nose, but beyond that, the same kind of like rounded features with the rounded eyes and the short bob cut and the red hair and the pale skin. It's like, okay, I know you, sort of. Okay, so we have 3 iron now. We needed what? 12? More? Because we need to go up to 20. I think we had 8. So we'll go down to floor 4 unless we die before then. We'll kill some griffins, and then we will duck the unholy hell out if we see any traps in our future. Or any actual boss. I think actual boss on this one's... Oh, we actually got iron from that, too. What? Oh, what? Because once we start getting our item skill up, that'll be so nice. Currently sitting at 4 iron. Yeah, if anyone goes down, we immediately duck the heck back out. I do need to probably swap out slow. Oh, Let's Play's level 20. Let's Play can actually start doing green if they want to. Which I think is what we'll do after we leave this time, is I will go and get them slow, upgrade Christian to probably focus. But we have both of them just doing their thing. I think focus is a buff, so it should just auto proc. Makes life a lot easier. And I'll be very happy. Oh, Jesus. We're not dead yet. We didn't die. We didn't even get hit by that one, actually. I don't know if that would have killed us. Everyone's over 100. I think our lowest is... what? Teens? There's 6 there. So we should be okay-ish. Obviously, we're going to need thousands of life whenever we start getting into the later stages of the game. Yeah, I just find this kind of game super relaxing. That's one reason why you'll see me covering them. I will probably do multiple videos on this because I like auto battlers. I like incremental games. This scratches both of those itches. Now, if only it had some tower defense and some roguelite in it, and a little bit of action RPG and maybe some Metroidvania. I don't think you could mix all those genres. If you do, I'm not sure I actually want to see it. Because that seems mildly terrifying and like it would be a chore to play. But you never know. Maybe you have to go Metroidvania through the levels to engage in an idle game. Idle Metroidvania. That would be so strange. That's like an idle Souls-like. It doesn't make logical sense to my forsaken brain. We will eventually accidentally discover what dying does to our resources. I think after that fight, we duck out. We got a little bit more dungeon mastery. We need 8 more. So we're going to go ahead and get even more XP. Why? Because we can't... Oh, yeah, and we need to swap crap out. Go here. Abilities. You need to gain a slow. Which is just going to go there for now. I'll reorganize them later. You. And go to focus. And you. I could go more healing on you. Think we actually stick with what we've got, though. Because we don't need to be losing any power. Also, I think we just got a quest. Done, didn't we? Kill Griffins. Yay! Peter! No, I can't do an impersonation of her. So now we have 4 skills on you. I think the cap was, what, 5? But I could be misremembering. Of course, we're also going to start getting passive abilities and stuff like that. I don't know if we're, like, under-leveled for it or not, though. I do have to... I am very tempted to go look and see what other people have done on their playthroughs, like what difficulties they set it on. I don't know how many would actually show that. I know there's a few people that wouldn't. But that's just because they do super edited and they'll just go straight into the game and be like mentioning specific parts of the dungeon. Which is perfectly valid. I am more of a podcasty, rambly creator. And I love retro games as well. And this does aesthetically scratch that itch. For some reason, it also reminds me of... Oh, crap, I'm trying to remember the name of the game. There was a roguelite a while back. I might have to load it up and just make a video on it. Because I'm not remembering the name of it now. And it was... All I remember is that we mispronounced it, and it was hilarious whenever some friends were trying to get me to play it. I can alt-tab and look. You guys can stay in here while we wander and die horribly. Baroni. Yes, that is the mispronunciation. It's Barony. But Baroni. A game I'm absolutely awful at. Although I don't think there's really a way to be good at it unless you get lucky drops. There's probably someone out there who min-maxes and speedruns it. There is for every freaking game in existence. But I do like now that we zip through here, we get levels up at a reasonable pace. And we are getting buffs. Now all we need is haste. I think haste is 30. I think there's a haste plus later on. So yeah, our ultimate goal is a lot of haste and a lot of healing, and then just focus in on getting one really big damage skill that just wrecks everything. And then have every character kind of running something like that. Maybe a debuffer character instead of a healing character, but they would gain levels a lot slower because they don't have out-of-battle things. And we just got an Earth Hood. Intriguing. Doesn't really help them. We shall see, though. Now, off-screen grinding. I know I said I was probably going to do it in the first area. We might end up doing it here. And just have these first 2 areas be one video. And then do each of the subsequent areas as their own. Because that might be the unlock pattern. We'll have to see what these take on their next ones. If it's the pink pearls, then it will be one area for each. Of course, buildings, we got a lot more levels to go. For the most part, floor 4-4 is not terrible for us. We do want to escape before we hit the boss, though. Mainly because if we die, we lose all the stuff that we've been farming. We did get a new helmet. We got actually a new cotton hat as well. Unfortunately, our light armor guy is not onto his magic shit yet. So, that's not going to help us very much. And we want you on heavy armor because you are the tank. Of course, we could also just unlock, I believe... Yeah, that's the accessory one there. This is the material gatherer, but I think we can only get bronze from that right now. At tier 1. I think it's like one below what you've gathered. I could be misremembering. And that is our side ones. So we need 20 for you, and then I will do... Yeah, we'll keep going on this one. Oh, iron right out of the gate. Thank you. I don't even remember how many we need, but we're already at 2. I think we need, what, 4? I could be misremembering, though. Maybe 3? I know it's single digits, because we were single digits before we started the last run of this place. But yeah, having these passive skills is super handy. I am going to have to figure out something for Murmur to use passive. They might go green as well. We might go green, dagger, black on you, red, green, white on you, and probably white, green, black maybe? Although going multiple reds would not be bad. I wouldn't mind having a physical character in the group, but you could be dagger. And dagger would be fine. We could just go mug and get extra money. Or steal and get extra items. Although steal fills up our inventory a lot, so I don't want to use it whenever I'm just doing grind while sleep. Because grind while sleep, not very good. Whenever your inventory gets completely full. So yeah, stealing gold would actually be better. So we can get mug on you. And just have that be a gold farm while we are sleeping. We just got some light armor, green magic, and reflect. Ooh, dodging them all. I don't know if we actually have that bad of a chance against the boss. Once we get that one unlocked, we will do a run of this and see if we can actually survive the boss. If not, it's fine. We'll still get some iron through here. Because we're currently at 5 iron. And I don't mean golf. I still have it on my, like, you need to cover this one. It's RP golf. I've had that on my you need to cover this one for years now. And I keep being like, oh, I should cover that. And then forgetting about it. And then coming back to it 6 months later, I should cover that. But I need to go to sleep now kind of thing. This is just, why? That was back before Steam started getting just the deluge. There's been, I want to say it's 14 or 17, somewhere between like 14 and 17,000 games released last year, I want to say. And I think it might be on track to get almost 20,000 this year. I don't remember which year did what. I would actually have to go look at the charts. But it's a ridiculous number of games. There's no way you could ever cover all of them or give an actual opinion on all of them, which makes me feel bad for the devs. Because, unfortunately, even as a content creator, I have to pay at least some attention to what you guys want to watch. So I can't just cover everything. And there wouldn't be time to do it anyway. That, and there's been an increase in the number of games that are viruses. But that's true on all platforms. Once you reach a certain quantity, people are going to find a way around nonsense. Okay, so we'll get basically really close to the boss, and then we will exit out of here and get ourselves the ability to equip nonsense on the side, which should greatly improve our ability to handle this place. I was kind of hoping we get a little bit more iron just to square things away. There's another trap. There's another blessing. There's another blessing. And we get out of there. So town-wise, we do have enough! Yay! Upgrade the storehouse. We can now equip utilities. And we will equip you there. And we will equip you down there, just as a little backup. Unlocks chests and disarms with a 4% security chance bonus. Gives Cascade to a party member on use. I don't know what Cascade does. So, whatever it is. Shop utilities. I'm going to go ahead and buy another one of those. We're going to do... I think we're going to buy one of those and one of those. We're going to equip them just so we have healing and recovery things. This is not our final setup. And the order we equip them in doesn't really matter that much. We just got another achievement. I'll fill out all 5 slots. Yeah, whatever. And just in case. So we have those done. So the next level up there is... Oh, no, it's not pearls. It's adamantine. So I'm gonna have to let it idle on iron tonight. So that means we're probably going to die quite a bit. Those both require pearl, which is going to be the area after this. It's going to be right there. Then I think we go up this way, if I remember correctly. And as far as bosses, we actually have not beaten this boss, so we don't get the super boss on it. But we need pearls to get a full squad. Although we're probably, oddly enough, I wouldn't be surprised if we are strong enough. We are not. And abilities, I don't think we have anything we particularly need. Yeah, because you're still on that. Unleash a ray of white magic at the enemy. Intriguing. 103 power. That might actually be better than Black Shot. It's actually faster and more damaging. So you get to be Paladin galore right now. I will eventually go back to black magic, but for now, it's what it is. Focus. We don't have any tier above that. And I do eventually need to get slow on you. But for now... You do have Mug, which does not have damage on it, unfortunately. So that's going to reduce our damage output, which kind of sucks. But next time, we should... Let's go ahead and see if we can actually kill the boss. But yeah, if I leave it grinding here, we should eventually level up to the point where we can handle the boss. And I'll be able to get out with the iron. I don't know if we can kill the boss, actually. We have an okay chance, and we have a decent amount of healing. We have passive abilities going. We have focus popping in on us. So that boosts our, I believe, our accuracy. Yeah, I believe that's accuracy. I need to just see it on one of their statuses. Yeah, increases your accuracy. So we're more likely to hit, so we're less likely to see some misses on the boss, at least. So that should help us beat the boss. We have standard healing. I don't think we're going to hit level 20 with Christian on this particular pass-through. So once we get to the boss, I might have to get us to level 20 and get a 4th skill there so we have more ready protections and healings. Because they could get shield. Oh, and we actually unlocked something for once. Yay! One more level on the red magic, and they can use Twister as well. Twister is going to be better because it's multi-hit and does okay damage. Ramping up in a single tree is not a bad idea. There's our second unlock. We're out of the greens. So that means we have 2 more lockpicks. We have a little bit of healing, a little bit of shield recovery. Although we're probably going to see the shield recovery gone before the boss. The healing should help us actually deal with the boss. Because Murmur has regen, so unless they're focused... Oh, we just got a unicorn helmet. That is heavy armor, by the way. So Pearl Katana and Pearl Helmet. Lifesteal, White Magic Mastery, that would actually work really... Oh, I want that on Let's Play. And if we die on this one, we don't get access to that. I keep getting distracted by, like, I want it. Let's go equip that on you. Nope, we don't want abilities. We want here, we want equipment. Yeah, we want that on you. Massive barrier boost, lifesteal, and white magic mastery. I don't know if lifesteal works on spells. We lose our thorns, but XP bonus, heavy armor mastery. We lose some lifesteal there. We lose some barrier, but we get barrier steel. Not that it particularly matters. Sword we don't care about. Experience bonus. I think what we have is better. Yeah, it has magic find on it. We're not going to ditch that for whatever the hell that has. You have medium gear. This is going to be melee, axe, barrier, regen, and katana. This is thorns and reflect. I think we keep that one on. Maximum life, magic, black magic. I think the barrier bonus there might be better. Although you do lose some life off of it. Oh yeah, we didn't take that one because the barrier thing is weak sauce. Yeah, I understand now. And you... Green magic mastery versus XP bonus. Get some reflect going on there. And you do get more barrier off of it. You lose your life regen and XP bonus, though. I think that's actually fine. Because that gets them up to 131 total. Floating around. Melee attack, physical block chance, maximum barrier. I think we don't quite make up for... Actually, we do make up for the maximum barrier. We're not using a lot of magic power, though, so we're going to keep that on melee attack for now. We can actually just let that get sold. It's not going to hurt anything. As far as the Pearl Katana, XP bonus, a lot of maximum barrier and a lot of physical defense. That would actually be way stronger than your dagger, but you lose access to double stab. Let's go to your abilities. Yeah, you can't use double stab now. You can use mug, though. Or you can actually use some... Yeah, that's pretty fast, actually. Let's go with... How are you guys looking on your other spells? Yeah, you're up to focus. You're not up to the next one yet. You're at 1 point shy. We are going to steal gold. I think we actually stay on this. we have just a big magic laser. If we go like this, we can actually see what the one after that is. Yeah, we can get Protect Plus, which gives all party members shield. I think Haste Plus is not a thing, actually. Why did I think Haste Plus was a thing? We do have the ability to spread it to everybody through additional abilities later on, so I don't have to worry about it too much. You can see these are just way, way more powerful. And there's our heal all. Yeah, going down white and green seems like the best thing for you. So we'll stick with that. Are you up to high enough on this one? Yeah, you are at 29. Damn you. Yeah, Tornado is right there. It's 30. Then there's Tornado Plus, hitting each enemy 12 times. Oh, yes. And then, of course, Gravity and Devastation. I think Tornado Plus is probably going to be one of our big ones. But back to the world map. Let's see, can we beat this boss? I don't know if we can. It's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be close. If we fail on this one, I will just equip up Christian with a fourth one, because we should hit level 20 on them this time. Hopefully. Just from them casting spells and just being all around jerks to the enemies. We should hit it. And that means that we can get a fourth skill on them. And they should also hit Tornado Point, which means we're just upping damage out the wazoo, because this is going to be... That's single target fissure. And then we have the Tornadoes. Tornadoes are fun. Now, the boss of this area is a vampire. Vampire is probably going to kick our ass. But Let's Play becoming tankier and tankier and tankier really plays into our strategy here, especially considering how much life they have, so they can probably survive a hit and drop both heals on themselves. We unfortunately only have the one revival, but we can start getting drops of better utility items, especially as we start leveling. We can also buy them as we start leveling up that building, so bonk, bonk, bonk. We were having 0 accuracy on those bastards. Are we looking on iron? Not too bad. We have Pearl Axe. I'm probably not going to use all the weapons right away. I need to level up the other characters into the weapons and actually get them the skills for it, which means probably after we get these running smoothly and we start getting the ability to send people out on expeditions, we'll get people start kitting into each different kind of set of skills so we can kind of rotate them in and out. I think this group is going to be our main party, though. And then we'll have support characters for boss fights. So we'll have full team of 9 going in for the raids. And I'll probably do like a run of each of those with the full 9 and then let it run off camera, do a run on the next boss, do a full, yeah, etc., etc., etc. Just let it go at night. Some of these might actually take more than 1 day for me to record. Because right now, this one is just sitting down, eating dinner as one of our breaks, and just letting it go. And this is how much... And I mean, if you just spent an extra 20 minutes on it, you'd get this far as well, because that's about how long it took for me to eat and make dinner. So, not in that order. I didn't eat it before I made it. That would require time travel. But... I don't know why I said it in that order. Maybe I'm just being dumb. How are we looking on items? 6 iron. Why does it keep giving me so much iron? I'm gonna be upset whenever we lose it. Don't worry. If I let this run overnight, we'll have plenty of iron by tomorrow. And maybe we'll do... Ooh, that would be an interesting one. Chat plays this. So I'd basically... You'd get your own characters. And then maybe use like channel points or something like that for you to choose what your skill layout is. And then we just level you guys up and let you grind. The thing is, I would have to decide how we do parties because each party is 3. And if there's a bunch of you wanting to be in parties, we'd have to rotate through them. So I'd have to do it something like activate your party kind of situation where 3 of you get to go in for, say, a dive of 20 or something like that. Or if it's overnight, a dive of 50. So, I'm just not sure how that would work. Oh, here's where we die. Maybe I am underestimating my power. I am underestimating my power. Oh, there's the Mimic. No, we beat the Mimic as well. Okay. I underestimated my power. Got some Chieves there. And now we have the Latia Jungles, which has the pearl things. So we got quest done. Ta-da! New guild rank D. We got more guild points. Can't do anything with them. So we still have those left to do. We need a Dark Elf Griffin. We actually haven't done the 3-headed bastard either. But now we have access to these. We got an address written on that, and we need to get level 30 heavy armor. I think we actually almost... Yeah, we already have that. Ta-da! Quest done. We definitely don't have that one. Because that's level 30 security. I don't think we even have anyone at level 10 security. Harpy Queen and trees. Kind of expected in a green area. Successfully castle. Yeah, there's Latia Jungles, Cavern Dungeon, Adamant Depths, Skrell Swamps, Towers, Torrid Dungeon, Jagged Lands, and then Yeeg Tree Dungeon. Yggdrasil. So we got a lot of money off of that. We don't even have 10. We cannot do anything. We have failed to go any further. But do we actually have level 20 on you yet? We do! Okay, so hype up goes there. Focus. Actually, we'll do focus there, yeah. And you go with tornado there, so now you're learning red a little bit faster. Because you've got more of it. And you've got slow, hype up, and heal and ray going for now. I do probably want to take you off of slow. Eventually. Just because it's not being passively cast outside of battle. Actually, we could just do double focus. And then come over to you. And drop slow instead of mug. Although we're probably not going to have you on green now that I'm thinking about it. Although if we have them all with haste, everyone has haste once. Everyone would have a couple attack skills. You'd probably only have one. And then white magic, and probably black magic. So you could have drains and stuff. So you'd basically be healing yourself. That actually wouldn't be that bad. But on that note, I do think we are going to call this a video because it's been going on for very, 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 very long. Once we get these pearls, the Pearlite ore, we can get access to the ability to adjust our passives. So that will be what we do on the next run of this. And I will let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your day while I set this to run all freaking night. Bye.